Let's see. Where's my channel? Let's go to Discord and get the mobile one there. Okay, I just sent it out. There's so many announcements. Wow. So many announcements came on when I was gone. I don't think anyone. Oh, it's a lot of people that showed up. Oh, hey, hello. Welcome in, Sunshines. I'm really sorry that I'm late. I really had a busy day yesterday. Really sorry that I'm late. Yes, I had a job interview yesterday and it went well. I think things should be good today. It was supposed to start at 3, and then it got delayed to 4, then it got delayed to 5. Things were going upstairs. Upstairs, things were going busy. For you see, Sunday, we are throwing a birthday party for my niece. She's turning 9 years old, and a lot of noises were happening upstairs that I could not be able to stream without some construction that would be going through this microphone. And I wouldn't want to bother you guys with that stuff. And, I want to do this visual novel today that I found on itch.io without, some rude interruptions. And by the way, thanks MEBP for the message. I'm a huge fan of your channel, and if you even inspire me to be more positive in your life, you're a literal ray of sunshine after all. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. Thank you. I'm really happy to hear that. So, I'm just looking through Discord right now. A lot of notifications happened. I'm on a lot of servers. As many as 12. That's not including friend requests. I haven't really even gotten to them yet. Okay, and I'm sorry for sniffing so much. I don't know how many people were waiting at 4 p.m. for me, and if you was waiting this long, and you dropped out of the stream, I'm really sorry. These things are out of my control. That, and I was a bit tired too. I needed a rest. But I'm here now. And I'm ready to let's do a stream. With that said, we're going to begin our game in a bit. For the time being, I just want to talk with you guys for a bit, if that's alright. How has your day been? How has your day been? My day's not been that eventful. It's kind of probably why I vouched to have a pretty long schedule this week. I'm sure you guys saw that tomorrow we're gonna play Slenderman. We're playing, the classic, creepypasta game from a decade ago called Slenderman. So that should be interesting. It's perfect for the Halloween season, so with that said, I'm definitely going to play that. Also, quick question. I know you're a huge anime fan, but have you watched any cartoons as well? I've been a huge cartoon fan ever since I was little, so what's your favorite cartoon? This is a question that I would not be able to answer just one title. I really couldn't. But let it be known, I do have my favorites. I got a lot on my mind. I'd probably say all-time favorite, that would be SpongeBob SquarePants. That's literally like my sugar. That's my blood. And I even kind of look like a humanized version of him. And Nickelodeon had a lot of great shows that came and went. Some of which I would say is underrated. Like I say, My Life as a Teenage Robot. That show got robbed hard of a season 4 and a 5. It deserved to have lasted longer than it did. And I know that most people just know it because of the Zone parody that it got, but to me, it's like one of Nickelodeon's magnum opuses that should have been. And Jenny Wakeman, she's kind of like the reason I'm into like girls like her, like girl bosses, but also like robot girls as well. I guess that's why some of us are into girls like Cecilia now from Hololive. The clanker thing and all. And at a time too where people be afraid of clankers taking people's jobs. It's kind of ironic now. Not gonna lie, I've never seen the Slenderman game. It was after my time, I guess. It was after your time? Interesting. That just shows your age, my guy. That just shows your age. But to put it into perspective, Slenderman was basically for 2012 what Undertale was for that year after, what Five Nights at Freddy's was for that year in 2014. Like a lot of viral games have came and went. But there has been some mainstays over the last decade, like the aforementioned Five Nights at Freddy's and Undertale. Overwatch was supposed to be a mainstay too, but then they got that sequel out and they pretty much paywalled everything, and the reputation of the game was ruined. There's been many that's tried to be a mainstay. There's been a lot of viral games that VTubers have played, like, Me-Side, right? I don't know if that's gonna be a mainstay, but it did have a good run. Who knows if it'll ever get a sequel. I highly doubt it because it was like a passion project that these two Russian devs had no idea they would even get that popular. But we'll see. I mean, the competition is fierce, especially now. If it hadn't been, 10 years ago, if it wasn't fierce already. Subaru Beam Myoji, that's nice. Yeah, Cartoon Network has some great shows too. Yeah, we talked about it, I believe, in the first couple of streams that I did when I first started streaming, that we did talk about childhood shows. And if I keep sniffing, I'm really, really sorry. Alright. Okay then. I think we stalled enough. And if I sound like passive aggressive, that's pretty much just how I talk. Never mind. But yeah, this is the game that we're playing today. It's called Tears of a Mermaid. The game is from Totally Awesome on itch.io. And it's described as like an edgier version of The Little Mermaid. So that's what we're dealing with here today. So this is not the Disney version. So if COPPA happens to come across this stream, let it be known that this is not to do with children's material, and that this ain't the Disney version. Because if they happen to strike it down, just because it has mermaids in it, and there happens to be a bunch of franchises based on so, let it be known that I've marked this as not made for kids. Because COPPA be weird. You know, there's been a lot of videos that's from my childhood that's now been locked. I can't even comment on that anymore. And like all the recommendations are of like baby shows too. Like I hate that now. But the plot for Tears of a Mermaid says, they say everything is better under the sea, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Ariel has seen nothing but misery. Deemed an outcast because of her pink hair, Ariel has lived a lonely life. Her father has all but disowned her. Her sister bullies her at every turn, and her relatives avoid her like the plague. Will our little mermaid get her happy ending? Guess you better play! In this entry you'll find a mostly kinetic visual novel experience, a character-driven fantasy, romance, the supernatural, and tragedy, and a hell of an antagonist. Well, gee, they promise us a hell of an antagonist. I gotta play it then! Okay, there's just a few forewarnings that they've included here, that there will be some language, some body horror, but in the text only, so I wouldn't have to blur anything. But there's also flashing lights as well, so. Alright, I'll have the game put up now, and we'll get started. Turn down this tab. Okay, let's get the game on. Right, I'll have to get it out of the... I have to extract all the files so that it wouldn't have to... Alright. Oh, I think this was made with Ren'Py. Yeah, it was made with Ren'Py. Now to get the... Okay, window capture. Okay. Let me get my model. Oh, I didn't realize that it picks up on my microphone pretty hard. I like that music. I really do. I actually do like, you know, chill piano music like that. I happen to like lo-fi girl streams, so that's a given. Alright, let's get started. No time to waste. Let me just zoom in a bit. Take a check every now and then. The sea, it was such a lonely place. My people claimed we were free, that we lived in a world where the possibilities were endless. But all these reefs offered were emptiness. Groups of Meropians never settled down. We were always moving, always living in fear of predators. Meropia was the only true kingdom we had, but it was far away from where my people had chosen to settle. And the people here were just as cruel as the people back in our kingdom.
There you are, freak! How many times are you going to run off on your own?
Nice, we got voice acting in here? Okay.
I was just... shirking your chores? I guess I can't blame you. You are cursed, after all.
Jeez. Desiree always grabbed my hair. Every insult, every attack was because of my hair. What? Because it was pink, I had become her target, and no one cared to stop her. Those one of those like childhood pettiness, pink hair and all that. Pink's for girls. Yeah, I get that feeling. Best I could do was put up with her antics. No matter how I tried to stand up for myself, the blame always came back to my hair being tainted. Fighting back wasn't worth the headache.
You put a lot of care into these locks. Do you think your pink hair is a good thing? Should I let it fall out then? It'd be an improvement. Why are you like that? Why are you like this? Excuse me?
Though letting her talk down to me never came easily.
You have people that love you. You have friends. No one hates you. Father calls you his daughter. You have everything I don't have. So why do you keep bullying me? What more do you want? How can you still be so miserable? Why, you little...
I braced myself with no punch kick. Honestly, I can't even talk right now. She's a fucking bitch. I didn't understand. No, normally she would have hurt me by now. Instead, Desiree scoffed and released me.
As if I let trash like you get to me. Go on, get lost. Just don't expect anyone to come looking for you. Hell, don't come back. Our kingdom situation is bad enough without your curse dragging us down.
My God. Already I want Art the Clown to go and maul her ass. My God. Boy, she deserved a Final Destination death scene and we just started the game. I already want her dead. I may be into tsunderes, but this is what I would not want on my watch. No, sirree. Finally, she swam away. I clutched my hair. Desiree hadn't torn any off this time. I didn't understand what she meant about our kingdom's bad situation. Our school had plenty of food. We couldn't gorge ourselves any more than we were already doing. Yet every hardship was pinned on me somehow. I didn't know why father didn't just banish me. My mother had died giving birth to me, and I knew he didn't love me, not like how he cared for my sisters. Should I have been happy to have survived for so long? I had dodged predators, illness, and other dangers that had already killed several of my relatives. I kept swimming. I knew not to stray too far though. I had considered leaving my family on numerous occasions, but I wouldn't survive on my own. Predators aside, any other Meropeans I met would probably attack me on sight, or just avoid me altogether. Lower entry, huh? They didn't trust people outside of their schools. We were a cautious people. It was eat or be eaten down here. I always found myself staring at the sky above, though I didn't dare breach the surface. A mortal of the land, or terraflits as we called them, might have been around. They walked the world above, accomplishing much in their shorter lives. We Meropeans could live for 1,000 years, and most terraflits didn't last half as long. All terraflits were our enemies. They polluted our waters, killed more fish than they needed, and some hunted us for our scales. But I had never met a terraflit before. I always wondered if they were just as cruel as my sisters. What would they think of my... Oh god. We going like that. I managed to dart out of the way, and below me leered a great white. These brutes had killed many of our hunters. They were the last thing you want to encounter. He had almost bitten me in half that time. It only took one mistake for me to become his meal. Think, Ariel. What can you do? You're not faster than a shark, and the only advantage you have is its bad eyesight. If you just had a decoy. First things first, I needed to get out of the open water. Right, this is like the Little Mermaid intro. Yeah, you can see the inspiration here. You already got like the people up there, which, you know, she might find her Prince Eric if this game's actually going the Disney route. But we gotta wait and see. First things first, I needed to get out of the open water. I dove into the seaweed below and remained still. Sharks could sense the vibrations in the water, so they had a hard time finding prey that didn't move. He was scouring the area above me, but I had probably lost him. Now I just needed to... Wait, what's this red floating above me? Oh, she's bleeding, is she? My tail hurts. Oh no, that's blood! He must have nicked me! How was I supposed to shake him off now? Sharks could smell blood from a mile away. I'm resisting doing a Taylor Swift joke right now. I don't want Universal fucking claiming me for that. Because you can get claimed now just for humming the melodies. And more might have been coming now. Maybe if I let the monster back to my school, the hunters could figure it off. But then I'd be endangering everyone. If I let him away, only I would be killed. What the... Oh, I clicked on the right click by accident. But now I know that's the save button. If I let him away, only I will be killed. I might disappear from the world of the living, but at least other lives would be spared. The children of my community hadn't done anything. They shouldn't become food because of me. I sprawled back up to the surface of the ocean. Part of me hoped someone would see me, even though I knew they wouldn't help even if they did. The shark U-turned and was getting fast. But I had to keep swimming, keep luring him away from our school. I kept ascending and descending. Sharks had a hard time adjusting their altitude, and the movement brought me time. As the creature's jaw extended, I knew I couldn't escape. It finally caught up, finally had me. I saw the monster's throat and teeth eager to devour me. As its jaw began to close, memories of the past flashed through my mind. I shed a tear and closed my eyes. My God, I had nothing to be thankful for in my life. Everything happened horrible. All I could remember were people jeering at me, cursing me, and fleeing from me. When they weren't running away from me, they were attacking me. My sister had led the charge most of the time. Even my father had never lifted a finger in my defense. I doubted he had ever forgiven me for killing my mother. He too wanted nothing to do with me. But at least I was protecting them now. That sacrifice meant something, right? No pain, no blood, no death. Why? I guess there's no voice acting here. What the? The shark, its mouth oozing with blood and teeth, sank to the bottom of the ocean. A strange creature floated before me, his massive hands clenched into fists. Did he save me? I darted away, but he didn't chase. He just kept swimming his arms as he sank. He waved to me, then clutched his throat. Bubbles rose from his mouth whilst he sank. Strange, bubbles never came out of our mouths. But he was losing bubbles because he couldn't breathe. I circled under him and rammed him towards the surface with my shoulder. Yikes, he hardly budged. I had never thought terraflits could be so heavy. Even with my help, we kept sinking. He pulled me to his chest. I was like a child in his arms. He pointed to his chest, then to the surface. With both hands, he began trying to swim upwards. I gritted my teeth and pushed, slowly began rising. I hoped he could hold his breath since I wasn't very strong. Fortunately, we weren't that far from the surface. We steadily made it to the top and... Oh wow. The man looked like he swallowed all the air his body could hold with the breath he took. He scrambled to what appeared to be one of those things humans use to swim atop the water. It was small, brown, and had two long sticks resting on each side. The thing bounced when he flopped inside. How could this small vessel hold someone that big? It looked like it was on the verge of collapsing.
Thanks for that.
He's got a voice actor too. He grabbed some sort of cloth and wiped his body.
Not very smart from an armor, huh? Oh, do you not speak my language?
I'm gonna say something. This guy's model, he kind of looks like he's from Thundercats. I'm getting major Thundercats vibes from this dude.
I do.
Well, thanks for helping me. My name's Jory. What's yours?
Oh, his name is Jory. Alright. I used to watch this video series back in the day. It was called, is it a good idea to microwave this, where they put stuff in the microwave? And the guy hosting it, his name was Jory Karen. So that's all I'm thinking of now. Why did I tell him that? My family would have thrown a fit if they saw me up here. Why did he save me? What was he after? I didn't see any spears or weapons around that he could use to cut me. Now that I thought about it, usually terraflits were aboard bigger vessels than this one, and he was alone too. He didn't look like he wanted to hurt me, but I also couldn't recognize terraflit expressions. He could have been furious for all I knew. He spoke gently. He was a behemoth, but he looked so harmless at the same time. I didn't understand how he could be so soft and kind, especially after killing that great white.
I hope I didn't scare you. I just saw you being attacked and jumped in without thinking. I understand the Meropians do not like us humans. I don't want anything in return. Besides, you saved my life. And that's more than anything I could ask for anyway.
Why are you talking so softly? Are you afraid of me?
We're afraid of upsetting you. Yes.
Why do you care? I'm just a cursed Meropian.
Cursed?
Oh, I guess it's terrifying. Meropians born with pink hair are seen as abominations amongst their schools. There are many reasons why. Some say it's because I can't hide from predators easily. Others think I made a pact with the Sea Witch, or that one of my ancestors did. Sea Witches are evil, you know. Of course, none of these assumptions are true, but good luck convincing anyone.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious. What's with the pink hair turning people off? That I'm curious to know about.
So you're an outcast? Just like me. What a strange place to meet someone like myself.
You're an outcast? Why? You slew a great white with a single blow. Those things kill my people by the dozens.
I'm much bigger than most humans. Much stronger, too. Everyone thinks I'm out to hurt others. But I much prefer the peaceful approach to situations. I like to talk things over if possible. Looks like both our peoples are less different than I thought.
He looked away. The more I looked at his face, the more pain I saw in his expression. All I had ever heard regarding terraflits were tales of their brutality, yet this man was nicer than my sisters. I still shouldn't trust humans, but maybe I could make an exception for this person. I smiled. I wanted to wipe that frown off his face. If possible, I would have leapt aboard that vessel and wiped that pain expression from his face with my own hands. Something funny. Well, jumping into the water without knowing how to swim is pretty funny. I can swim, my armor just weighs me down. Then why wear it? It protects me. So that covering wasn't part of his skin? Now I was curious. If underneath his armor he looked like the men in my school, then mind taking it off? I won't hurt you. Yeah! I chuckled when his face flushed red. I didn't know why my words made him blush, but he looked adorable with his cheeks so red. I just want to see what your terraflits look like. I don't have any armor on. Right. Well, I can't. I need to be on guard at all times. It's what my master demands. Master, you terraflits serve someone? We do. We serve the god Yeshua. Yeshua. I don't know how to pronounce that. Through the Reverend, his commands are given. Reverend? You mean like a shaman? Not quite. Perhaps I can explain it at a different time. Will I get to see you again? I shook my head. Winter's just about here. My school and I will need to migrate soon. The sea is vast. I doubt we'll run into each other again. That's too bad. Well, Ariel, please take care of yourself. I know things are hard right now, but eventually it'll all work out. Yeshua wills it. I'm hesitant to put my faith in a terraflit god, but I appreciate your kind words. And I'm certain that you'll meet someone who will appreciate you as well. Yeah, Owen. He pointed his massive finger at me. Your hair is beautiful. Well, thank you, gotta go bye! This is one of those anime moments. Great, now I was the one blushing. That kind of attitude was so like a terraflit, saying such silly things. Why would he praise my hair after I told him it's cursed? No one had ever said anything good about my hair. What was his motive? Was he hoping I begged my family not to move just because of that compliment? To what end? I couldn't be angry. He probably meant well. He didn't strike me as being manipulative, let alone a threat. Oh well, our meeting was over now. I probably never see him again anyway. He might not even remember our encounter tomorrow. Well, staying in trouble as always. Desiree swam over and I gritted my teeth. How convenient for her to appear now. Desiree couldn't have seen that shark attack. All she must have seen was me saving Jory. Ha! Of course you survived. That terraflit probably saw the color of your hair and tossed you overboard. He didn't want to translate you in this. Shut the Oh, God, I hate her. When she says he threw me back into the water, so she had to see this talk. God. Father had prohibited us from interacting with the terraflits, and Desiree would be all too happy to see me punished. Though me getting captured would draw my father's ire all the same. What did you tell him? Nothing. It's just like you said, he saw the color of my hair and tossed me back into the water. Ha! Terraflits are smarter than we thought. Even those brutes know how much of a nuisance you are. When Father sends his thanks, that shark will keep us fat for a week. Look at you being useful for a change. Wait. You saw me being attacked by that shark, and you did nothing to help. Duh, that was an apex predator. What could I have done? Why did my blood boil? Her reasoning made perfect sense. No one risked their neck for an outcast. And yet, you could have alerted the hunters. You could have told your father. You could have at least told everybody. Oh please, that creature would have spat you back out. Someone cursed like you would have given him indigestion or... What the fuck is wrong with her? My fingers tense and my breathing grew rapid. Desiree had tormented me all my life, but I never thought she'd leave me to die. I almost died. That shark almost split me in half. Like I said, all your fault. Maybe next time don't shrink your duties. It's the least you can do considering how much trouble you brought to our school. What trouble? I haven't done anything. And when that shark chased after me, I tried to lure it away from you all. I did my best to protect everyone, even someone like you. I learned that she gasped before snarling. Do you want me to be... I'm done with her! god. Honestly, she's not redeemable. She makes Cinder look good. Wipe that glare off of your face before I do it again, you stupid. Ariel! My name's Ariel! And there's something you should know. That Terraflint didn't capture me, I saved him! She grew pale just as white as I turned when I seen the shark. You... What?! Are you out of your mind?! Let go of my hair! You worthless piece of shit! Why the hell would you save a Terraflint? Do you want him to kill us all? His name is Jory, and he's a friend of mine. In the short time I got to know him, he treated me better than anyone in my damn school. You stupid. Interacting with Terraflints is the worst offense you can commit. You're done for, Ariel. A shark is the least of your worries now. I don't care anymore. This incident changes nothing. You all won't treat me differently than you do now anyway. Oh, is that right? Yes, it is. Now let go of my hair. Oh, wait. I won't run. I saved that Terraflint, and I'm proud. Oh, you want me to let go? You do have some kind of sick fascination with this cursed hair. All the more reason to tear them out. An immense pain tore through my skull, yanking tears from my eyes. I gasped, watching the pink strand sink past me. And the glee in her eyes was nothing short of monstrous. Oh my god. My, what an improvement. You look much better now, less ugly for sure. No, stop! Stop! Why? You betrayed our school! You deserve everything that's coming to you. You sold us out. Terraflints will be searching these waters now that they know Meropeans are stupid enough to talk to them. Oh really, how do you know you never even seen a Terraflint? I don't have to. They're all scum, a plague on our waters. Thousands of schools have been wiped out by them, and you want to make friends with one? Let go, Desiree. You're worthless. You should have been eaten by that shark. At least it would have given him a full belly and spared our people. Oh my god. Let go. You really are a bad omen. You spelled doom for our school. Mom died giving birth to you. I don't know why fault. Get your fucking hands off me! As I seethed, I felt a warm sensation rush past my fingers. For a second, I didn't know what had happened. Desiree still held me, but something was wrong. As the red liquid floated in the waters around us, the truth hit me. My nails were digging into her eyes.
Oh, no.
Ah! She done poked her out. She poked her eyes. I'll be honest, she had it coming. She had it coming. She deserved it. She deserved it. I'm sorry. With all the bickering she done did to us, I'm not sorry. She makes Cinder look good as crazy yet accurate. I'm not sorry I said that. I am not sorry. Haruhi's using me a question. I did do a Haruhi video actually in my channel, so if you want to go check that out in my channel, I did say my thoughts on Haruhi, so please go check it out.
Ah! Why can I see?
She released me and clutched her bloodied eyes. She shivered. Tears waved from both of her eyes.
What have you done to me? Desiree, I'm so sorry. Here, let me. Stay back. Stay back, you abomination. You ruined everything you touched. Oh God. I'm gonna be blind forever. Aren't I?
Because of you, damn it. If only I could see you.
You've doomed us all! You took my eyes over a bit of hair! Your dumb hair would have grown back! Eyes don't grow back, you stupid! Ah!
My life really was over now. Even if Father overlooked me saying being that Terraflint had maimed one of his daughters, I might have been banished for interacting with Jory, but for this crime the community would have to make an example out of me. I hadn't meant to blind Desiree, yet no one would care about my intentions. Who would have thought something so devastating would happen to me? Jory had told me to take care of myself, and now I had sealed my own fate.
My word. Don't you think you're being a little dramatic?
Who's there?
Another Meropean? I didn't recognize him. Was he from our school? Like all males, the man had no shirt on, yet something wasn't the same. Being around him made me feel so light. He was beautiful, the most beautiful person I ever laid my eyes on.
Do you believe eyes can be gouged out so easily? If so, then why do you provoke her? You know what they say. Mess with bull shark, become dinner.
The gorgeous man placed a hand on Desiree's bloodied eyes, and a bluish aura appeared there. The blood dissipated. My sister's wailing turned into sobs. When the man removed his glowing hand, Desiree looked around in awe. Her eyes were better, albeit with a cut on each of them. But she could see, and that fact was all that mattered.
I can see. I can see.
Who would have thought? A little blood, a lot of tears, and suddenly, you're blind. Now, run along. I'll handle things from here.
Wait, who are you? Stay away from her. She's...
Yes, you must have said 100 times by now she's cursed. Though, I prefer to call her misunderstood.
Misunderstood?
Go on home before this little vixen takes your sight again. Feel free to raise the alarm. Tell whoever you want, but you're not harming her anymore. I won't allow it.
Whatever. She's not my problem after all.
Desiree swam away, leaving me in uncertainty. She had never backed down from anyone, not even Father. Even if the pretty man had healed her, it surprised me to see her obey his request so willingly. This person didn't give me the same impression Joy did. Joy was warm, sweet, and approachable. This guy, on the other hand... What caught your eye? He sees something you like? You're quite fetching, but dangerous at the same time. You call me dangerous? I wasn't the one who attacked you. I'm used to Desiree's bullying. You, however, I'm different, I know. I'm just like your hair, don't you think? Yes, exactly. We should get going. That girl strikes me as crazy enough to try something. We don't want to be here when the hunters come after you. You want to go where? Away from here, unless you enjoy being skewered. I turned away. He was right. My best hope was not waiting for my people to arrive, but rather following after some stranger with a disturbing aura. Without any choice, I followed him. My death at the hands of my people wouldn't have solved anything. Jory had told me to take care of myself. He was my one and only friend, the person who cared for me. If I could just see him again. What's your name? Ariel, and yours? Orpheus. Charmed, I'm sure. Orpheus? I never heard that name before. Are you from Meropea? The seas are vast. You can't expect every Meropean to hail from the same place. I wouldn't fit in with Meropeans anyhow. They fear what they don't understand, though Terraflints aren't that much different. And why did you save me? I'm just some brat with pink hair. That's not what you told me earlier when you dug your nails into her eyes. I believe we both know you deserve better. Maybe I do, but I didn't mean to hurt Desiree. I believe you. I imagine she'll think twice before putting her hands where they don't belong again. But let's talk about something else. I don't want anything in return for saving you from the pinch you were in. All I want is to see her will fulfilled. So cryptic. Are you a shaman? I've heard about clerics such as you. You worship the tombs and harness their powers to heal people. Heavens no. His glow word shook me. Those chaotic, self-certain spirits ought to be put to the... Oh dear, I love myself then. He shook his head and his gentle smile returned. No, the person I admire isn't of this world. One of the Terraflate gods? Yeshua, was it? You're getting warmer. Not Yeshua, the goddess Hecate. She, or Mother, as she prefers to be addressed, has tasked me with assisting you. I froze. I hadn't even heard about these gods until a few moments ago, and now one of them wanted to help me? Well, he had used some sort of magic to kill my sister. Hold on, why? Hold on. The temperature really got bad over here. Pretty fast. I do not do good with temperature changes. Okay. Well, he had used some sort of magic to heal my sister. I remember how his hands radiated a bright blue light, and his magic might have been the reason why he was so bewitching to look at too. Something wasn't right though. Why had this Hecate person waited until now to send help? Because I had finally been in the worst danger possible? That plan would have been the best way for her to show me how malevolent she was. Saving someone was a guaranteed way for a god to prove their magnificence. And what would this mother want from me in return? Sorry, Orpheus, but this whole situation seems too good to be true. Indeed, it is a great proposal, is it not? You're very fortunate, Meropean, and a sharp one too. While the gods are benevolent, their services aren't free. However, Mother is a generous goddess. All she wants is your devotion. In exchange, she has given me the power to grant you a new life. Not one under the sea, but a life together with your savior. I blush. So he knew as well? Who else could he be referring to but Jory? I do apologize for not intervening earlier. When I saw the human's boat moving towards you, I knew that you were in good hands. He almost drowned. You could have helped me save him. I could not. I'm here to help you and only you. I cannot save everyone. Meddling that much is forbidden. Of course it was. So you're saying you can give me a better life? A life alongside Jory? Yes, and I'll serve as your counselor. I'll teach you the ways of Mother while also helping you acclimate to Terraflate society. But how? You're a European. We can't walk. You know magic, don't you? Just like the sea witches from the tales. Indeed, though I won't be present but around. But do not wish for anyone to see me. It would be disastrous for us both. Why? I know it's forbidden to interfere in the lives of others, but why wouldn't this mother want us to spread her word? Is talking about her not allowed either? As I stated earlier, Terraflates fear what is different. If we pranced around singing songs about Mother, we'd both be hung out to dry by dusk. It's very important to hide your faith. For now, Mother wants you as her acolyte. Do not pursue goals bigger than you can stomach. What kind of devotion does she want from me? Mother is selfless, hardworking, and adores children. You should be like her. I mean, no offense, but I'm pretty sure everyone is like that. How is she different? Haha, everyone claims to be like that. But when push comes to shove, many would sooner abandon their families to save themselves, much like your people did to you. You still haven't answered my question. Oriel, you will be pushed to the brink to help those around you. You will work to the bone in exchange for this new life, and people will adore you for it. You will have everything you ever asked for, all in exchange for an oath and some elbow grease. That's all she wants. Why else do you think I serve her? He spoke so enthusiastically about this goddess. I wanted to believe that someone really was out there, watching over us. Yet we have been taught that nature could be fickle, and I doubted the gods were any different. Surely this Hecate knew about my hair. But why me? Surely there's someone more deserving of Mother's attention. I may have been labeled an outcast, but at least I'm still alive. Many others in my school had it much worse than me. They had died from battling predators or illness. Many babies don't make it past their first week. And yet Mother wants me to be the one to serve her? She sent me to help me out of all people? He shrugged. She is not all-powerful, but she does what she can. We messengers do as we're told, and nothing more. It's not my place to question Mother's bidding. What I do know is that you've hit rock bottom. Would you be preferred to be rescued or to climb back up yourself? It's a long way up, and your family will want your head. I'm not saying it's impossible to survive, but death is very close. I peered out at the vast reefs, seeing all the emptiness they held with their beauty. Despite all the fish, coral, and other creatures that made this place their home, I had always hated my life here. I have always felt so alone. The chance to leave this prison made my heart jump, but would the Terraflint lands be the same? Or could I find a place for myself there? So, if I obey Mother, you'll turn me into a Terraflint? Yes, and don't forget the vow of devotion. All of my help adapting to your new home. And she'll want me to help others? Yes, she will, especially the children. She loves children. Even the sadists spare the children because they fear her. I wonder if that's how I had lived to adulthood despite my curse. Alright, what do I need to do? Ever heard of a blood oath? A claw appeared from his finger and he cut a line down his arm. If you could claw your sister's eyes out, spilling a little of your own blood shouldn't hurt. When our blood mixed together, your European and my primordial essences, the pact will be finalized. Is that easy? I figured magic would have been more complicated. Oh, it is. The simplicity is a perk of being a messenger. You might receive some boons yourself if you're playing your cards right. Truth be told, I didn't think I could hurt a guppy, let alone draw blood. I gritted my teeth and dug my nail into my arm, but there was no blood. I heard him chuckle while I struggled to break the skin. Both the pain and the fear of bleeding held me back. You should aim for your eye. That might be easier. Shut it! Well, I bled a bit, but it was hardly a wound. That'll do. Now grab my hand. I did so, feeling a warm sensation overtake mine. Oh, Ariel, there's something I forgot to mention. This is going to sting. I can take it. No, I mean, this will be the worst pain you've ever felt. Good luck. You tricked me on purpose, didn't you? No, it was an accident, I promise. Seeing his smirk enraged me. Until a red aura suddenly engulfed me. He released my arm and my body tingled. I watched in horror, trying to brace for whatever pain he had referred to. Ah! One of my scales tore itself from my tail, followed by another and another and another. It felt like my fingernails were being ripped from their sockets. One by one, they left a searing pain as the scales fell off my body. More and more fell, leaving a bloody limb that used to be my tail, but I endured. These deals would have been lucrative if they killed our clients. Why are you telling me this? Because it's about to get a whole lot worse. My festering tail began to shake uncontrollably. I showed my breathing, holding back tears and whimpers as the trembling worsened. The tip of my tail fell to the sand below. Without it, I couldn't balance, and my vision blurred. How much blood had I lost? How much more could I lose? How would I... The flesh on my tail peeled itself from my body. It wasn't quick either. I sank to the bottom, trying my best to remain conscious. The world would have stopped spinning, and my tail... Was this what burning felt like? I looked up to Orpheus, my eyes pleading for the Ed. He shook his head. My tail was splitting apart. Wow. Oh no, Yeshua, Mother, anyone. Someone make it stop. I'm glad we ain't seen none of the blood. I would hate to see that happen. See you on the other side. My tail tore itself in two, revealing two red limbs. My screams were silenced by water flooding my mouth. I couldn't breathe. I tried to swim off, but my body wouldn't budge. Everything felt so hazy, so sleepy. I fell back onto the sand, staring up at the glittering surface. Everything was so nice. A warmth rose me from my sleep. My eyes watered and I spotted the blue sky from earlier. I couldn't stop shivering. This sand was so cold. Wait, was this even sand? It was white and mushy. I sat up. I wasn't on the seabed. I was on land. I turned to my tail and found a pair of legs. They looked just like my arms, and were those feet? They looked so weird. Strange, the dress seemed to be covering my legs. Europeans love shit. Yeah, that guy was just that guy's the Ursula of this story, isn't he? He might be, unless Mother's Ursula. So yeah, this is just a Little Mermaid, but as a visual novel, but like a etchier version of it. And instead of magic, he was just peeling her tail off. That's just wow. Let me just take a break for a bit. I don't know what I really expect to be honest, not to defend herself. Europeans love showing off their tails, do Terraflix not? My body felt like it was pinned to the ground. I couldn't rise. I pushed my hands into the sand and managed to rise that way a bit. Rise and shine, Ariel. Welcome to the Holy Lands. Huh? Oh, she got a different dress on now. I turned to and fro only to see more of the white sand. Ugh, I felt so cold. Would it have killed Orpheus to put me in something warmer? Remember, I'm not here but around. I'm communicating through your skull. And it's just as empty as I imagined. Should I just think what I want to say? You learn quickly. Orpheus, I can hardly move. And my legs don't work. They feel heavier than my tail ever did. Isn't gravity cruel? It's a lot harder to move around on land. You need to use your strength. Unfortunately, you Europeans don't have a lot of that. Since everything is lighter underwater, your bodies aren't accused to feeling so heavy. I had to carry you to land, otherwise you would have drowned on me. Alright, Terraflix can't breathe underwater. So how do I move around? Same way you sat up. You had to get onto your feet. Problem is, those arms won't do many favors. I figured being strong enough to move was part of the deal. Probably another thing he forgot to mention. I pressed my hands into the sand and pushed. My body felt like a sack of rocks. How did humans move like this? I think the Terraflix called that a push-up? Can it? Burying my fingers into the sand, I managed to push myself onto the bony centers of my legs. They helped me sit upright. Congratulations, you discovered how knees work. I was halfway there. Okay, so if I bent my leg like this... Got it! That's 1 foot! Now I just had to hold on to my knee and... I did it! Whoa! Ouch. What happened? Walking is its own skill, Ariel. Babies rarely learn how to do it within their first year of life. And you didn't think to tell me that! You never asked. I didn't want to ruin your moment. Well, I need to learn fast or I'll be stranded here. That won't be necessary. What do you mean? Hello? I heard someone was injured. Jory! I may have tipped him off. You're welcome. The sand quaked as that behemoth walked to me. I shivered. I had almost forgotten how massive his build was. He towered over me. That gentle expression of his was enough to disarm anyone. I didn't feel threatened around him, only secure. His head cocked as he examined me, confused. Ariel? No, she's a... Are you alright, miss? Alright, if I told him my real name, he had questions I couldn't answer. I am, but my legs, I can't walk. Are you hurt? I don't see any injuries. No, they're just... You're lame. I'm lame? Oh, your legs don't work. I'm so sorry. But why come all of the way out here without someone to assist you? I just like the ocean. Staring into the horizon, it's mesmerizing. Oh, I understand. I believe I might be able to help you. I happen to serve under the Reverend. Oh. What's wrong, Orpheus? Let's just say you don't want the attention of that guy. He's the one who'll kill you if word gets out. Well, I have to go, Orpheus, or else I'll look suspicious. I forced a smile. I imagine anyone else would be overjoyed at this Reverend helping them. Yes, please! Words cannot describe my gratitude! Very well. With one arm, he scoots me up like a child. How could someone so big be so careful at the same time? Even my father had never helped me this way. We were off. I watched in awe at the massive footprints Jory left in the sand. I also eyed his legs, hoping to learn how he walked, so you were supposed to bend the knees. But how did he not fall? What's your name, miss? It's Melody. Melody. How far have you traveled, miss? I mean, no offense, that name just seems foreign. A very long way. That must have been difficult. You must have many adventures to talk about. I would love to hear your stories. Oh, excuse me. My name is Joy. And I hate to ask more questions, but aren't you scared? Why would I be afraid? You're trying to help me, aren't you? Oh, of course. It's just... a man my size carrying you. I am amazed you didn't cower, let alone that you actually let me carry you. But he was so gentle. How can anyone be afraid of him? I trusted Joy. If you wanted to be malicious, you would have done so by now. I know that's the truth from experience. Careful, Uriel. You aren't European anymore. Don't tell him too much about Uriel. You're a new person now. I suppose you're right. But I've never hurt you. I know. Oh goodness, he's such a softie. If only I could tell him who I really was. His face held the same pain as when we had first met. I didn't understand. He had defeated a shark with one blow. How could anyone be foolish enough to bully him, especially when he was bigger than most people? We left the beach and my heart fluttered. There were so many terraflutes roaming around. This place was far busier than the coral reefs where we lived. Even without the colorful fish swimming about, I had never seen a place so lively. I had never seen so many people gathered in one place before either. Only in Meropia did groups of Meropians get so big, and I hadn't ever visited. Much like the beach, there was white sand everywhere. And Joey's chest was so warm, I could have rested here forever. Terraflutes stood under these strange structures. There was no coral they could use for resting or any seaweed they could use for hiding. This must be how things are built on land. Other terraflutes approached the structures and they exchanged things. They walked on these rocky pathways, none straying. Even Jory respected this rule. I could hardly see their faces. They were all covered by these big hoods. Everyone who Jory passed gasped and darted out of his way. He didn't threaten anyone, yet they all fled the same. People hadn't reacted much differently to me as a European, albeit they had been more hostile. Jubilee is a very busy city. I hope you weren't hurt when you crawled to the coast. Please don't venture out with aid. Not everyone is as nice as I am. Maybe you can be my aid. Hey, look over there! It's the reference weapon! Shh! Don't let him hear you. Do you want to become a bloodstain? Not everyone shares your compassion. I noticed. No one openly antagonized Jory like they did with me, but even those hush remarks hurt him regardless. Nonetheless. I had a bad feeling about this person who was saying cruel things about Jory. He gave off the same aura Desiree did. There was malice in the way he looked at Jory as well as contempt for the world around him. It made him shudder. Ah, Jory! I was wondering where you had gone on to! In March, the stout man wearing clothes more regal than the others. This terraflute was small, so small that he barely reached Jory's chest. And what was that rod he was carrying? I didn't like that look in his face. His lips were curled into a sneer and his eyes scowled. The way he spoke was domineering too. Jory knelt, holding me above his knee. My lord. What took you so long? I can't walk these roads without a guard. Do you wish me dead? I apologize. I found this woman stranded on the beach. She's lame, sire. I understand you're not pleased with me, but would you heal her legs? And why would I waste my talent? Wait a second. He stood up to me, eyeing me up and down. I tried to keep a straight face. His eyes met mine. They were hungry, but for what? I flinched when he tugged at my locks. He stroked them, studying every inch of them. I didn't like this. Wasn't Yeshua supposed to be malevolent? This man doesn't strike me as friendly at all.
Pink hair? My, that's abnormal. Tell me your name, girl.
Melody.
Please be gentle, sire. She's had a...
Mind your tone, brute. You said you found her on the beach. How would a leper make it all the way out there? Now that I think about it, she shows no other symptoms. See no deformities in her legs either. Perhaps she's cursed. Compose yourself. You need to stay on his good side.
I'm trying, Orpheus.
I suppose I can show her clemency. She is a beauty after all, and beauty shouldn't crawl unless ordered to.
This guy's animation style kind of reminds me of... Yeah, I noticed that all the characters got different styles. Every character looks like they came from a different game, and it's an interesting choice. He took his rod and pressed the jewel against my legs.
Give praise, Melody, for it is rare for the reverend to bestow miracles upon a commoner. Through the will of my birthright in heaven, I, Reverend Hale III, hereby cleanse any wicked influences from your coil. By my decree, I command the evil within you disperse at once.
The jewel radiated with the blue light I had seen when Orpheus had healed my sister. Its gentleness contrasted with this man's pompous demeanor, but none of the magic came from his hand, only his wand. A gentle warmth rushed through both my legs. They tingled as he ran the staff across my flesh. I closed my eyes, lapping up the heavenly sensation. With my legs purified, he removed this artifact and pointed it at me.
Now walk.
Jory helped me to my feet and I stood up straight. Despite his intervention, I didn't feel any different. I slipped when he let go. Yeah. Jory caught me, but the Reverend wasn't pleased. He gripped his rod, trembling and gritting his teeth. Why was he upset? He was the one who couldn't walk.
Oh my, now that's interesting. What is the meaning of this? Are you meandering before your lord?
No, sir. All I want is to be healed.
Well, leprosy would have been cured by that magic. You're a charlatan.
Reverend, if I may.
What? You better have a good reason for interrupting me.
I think her ailment might be caused by weakness in her legs. Please, look at her frame, my lord. Her body is feeble. I think her problem is malnutrition, not leprosy. She needs sustenance, sire.
I sighed in relief. Jory, you're my hero! But the Reverend wasn't amused. The ounce of compassion I saw within his eyes had evaporated, leaving behind two gold orbs shooting daggers at me. My fearful reaction was on point at least. I couldn't imagine anyone not fearing for their life before this angry man. He scoffed and turned away.
I will not be made a fool of. Not by you or the monster who rescued you. I will see to it that you are healed, one way or another. If it is sustenance you need, here.
He pulled out a small pouch and dropped it before Jory.
Use this to feed her. I expect her to walk by the end of the week. This money is to be used only on her. No frivolous spending, no giving to the poor, none of that. Are we clear, Jory?
Yes, and you have our gratitude, sire.
Save it. Thanks from a weapon are useless. You are to do as you're told. Nothing less and nothing more.
A mix of emotions raced through my mind. On one hand, I was thankful for the help. On the other hand, my blood was stirred at seeing Jory mistreated. Why did the Reverend care about helping me so much? Was a pretty face all it took to win his aid? Now that I thought about it, the way he had helped, the way he had looked at me, ugh! I might as well have been a slab of meat to him. I apologize, the Reverend can be cruel, but he's benevolent too. He treats you so horribly. That's my weight to carry, not yours. I may be intruding, but why do you serve someone like that? Jory, I don't think that money came from the kindness of his heart. Indeed, but there's nothing that can be done. He's our Lord, and we must help him lead our people. That's the way things are. I thought back to when I had attacked Desiree. Even after I had finally fought back and wounded her, the violence hadn't changed a thing. She just had another reason to hate me. Jory was wise. If he could beat a shark, he could definitely fight back if he wanted to. Though he didn't strike me as a fighter as much as a sweetheart. With the Reverend's donation, we will all eat well. Are you referring to other people? Yes, if you don't mind, I would like to spend some of this money to feed my family. There should be more than enough to go around. Well, of course I don't mind. But wouldn't you get in trouble? Squirt. If the Lord doesn't know, won't hurt him. I'm still helping you after all. Oh, Jory! That smile, it was so cute! And that deviousness, I wanted to see more. I hope this was the real Jory. After purchasing food, he carried me in several bags back to a desolate corner in the area. It was much more unpleasant than the part of the city that had greeted me. The pathways were dirty, the air musty, and the atmosphere unsettling. The houses were all dilapidated and on the verge of falling apart. I didn't think the humidity was good for them. The wood looked rotten. With the city being so inviting, why was this area so disheartening? Terraflits were capable of so much. How could this area's needs go unnoticed? Suddenly, this big, goofy grin appeared across Jory's face. Hello! Anyone out there? I brought food! Uncle Jory's here! Out from the shambles emerged smaller terraflits. Their eyes looked at us curious and full of wonder. The little terraflits darted around us, and now bigger ones were leaving their homes. I assumed the larger terraflits were the parents. The commotion that followed was much like the banter when we had arrived. And unlike the people earlier, these terraflits seemed attached to Jory. How heartwarming!
Wow! Uncle Jory! Uncle Jory! That's a lot of food! How'd you get it?
Well, I'm not sure myself. It just appeared before my feet.
Wow! So it fell out of the sky?
Sure. It was my lucky day.
Think the woman fell out of the sky too?
Well, it would explain why she can't walk.
That's funny.
Jory! Oh wow, so you finally found yourself a wife? She's pretty. Congratulations.
I gasped and covered my mouth. I should have known I'd be put on the spot like that.
Well, nothing's official, but I suppose it's up to Melody here.
I never thought I'd say this, but I wanted to sock him. He was completely different around these kids. The shift left me whiplashed. I giggled. This side of him was a breath of fresh air. Might as well play along. Well, Jory, you did rescue me. I suppose you've earned a reward. Ooh! Oh, where'd your courage go? You're a scary woman, Melody. It was a wonderful meal. The parents cooked, the children sang, and we all took turns telling stories. The cold wasn't an issue. The roaring fire kept us all warm and toasty. I had been alive for several decades, yet I had never had an experience like this one with my own kid. I had always eaten alone, and when I had it, the meals had rarely been pleasant. Tonight made me feel at peace, like I had somewhere to belong. And those terraflit children were adorable. Now I understand why Heat Cake cherished them so much. Eventually, everyone went to bed until only Jory and I were still awake. He laid there, sprawled out and bloated. I hope he didn't overindulge. Ah yeah, that wasn't such a good idea. I'm going to be feeling how much I ate tomorrow. Hey Melody, are you feeling better? Absolutely! That has to be the most I've eaten in years. I had a great time tonight. Thank you for inviting me. You're lucky, Melody. You're skinny, so you can pick out all you want. Me, I'm gonna need to work this off. Oh, I'm so full. They say not to have eyes bigger than your stomach. Then again, your stomach's pretty big. Are you calling me fat? No, I meant... It's fine, Melody. Take a load off. This is our time to let loose. Besides, the muscles add more weight than anything I can eat. You know, Jory, you're a completely different person than I thought when we first met. At least you are around these kids. When we met, you seemed afraid of your own shadow, but now I'm loud. Not when Yes, very loud, very aggravating, and very endearing. And I hope I get to see more of this side of you. Well, thank you. He cleared his throat and began speaking in a more serious tone. Melody, remember when you asked why I served the Reverend? What I said wasn't wrong, but it wasn't the whole truth either. I serve him because of my family here. I care about them, and I wouldn't want my actions to put them in danger. If you wanted to, you could have had them all imprisoned. My heart dropped, and I glowered. Over what? They're children! It doesn't matter. He has the power to execute anyone he sees fit. And he has done so on numerous occasions. I don't know why he wishes to see you get well, Melody. I'd rather not think about what will happen if he can't walk by his deadline, so I'll do anything to help out. Oh, Joy, that's so sweet! But I don't think you're in the best position. He looked like he was about to strike me back there. I don't think you can ever satisfy a man like that. Maybe not, but he won't be around forever. The Reverend has 2 nephews ready to succeed him if something happens to him. I take no glee in wishing for his demise, but he'll hang us for sure if we try to defy him. All we can do is bide our time. Was this why Orpheus had to come to me? To help Jory and the children? A man like that Reverend would butcher someone just for looking at him wrong. No wonder they all needed help. Now I understand why Orpheus had forbidden me from telling others about my mission and he caved, though he hadn't given me any orders yet. Now that I thought about it, I hadn't heard from him in a while. Anyways, I'm going to hit the hay. Do I need to tuck you in? I'm weak, but I'm not helpless, though I appreciate the thought. No problem. See you in the morning. I like this story. I like this story so far. What do you think, chat? Welcome, DBT! Hey, DBT, how you doing? I'm really sorry that I'm late. I know I saw you in the chat when I was late. Really sorry. I'm about an hour late, but we're reading Tears of a Mermaid. It's like a PG-13 version of The Little Mermaid, right? It's like a TV-14 version. It's pretty good so far, I'll say. I do think it's underrated for. Technically, it's not underrated because this is just the Disney movie, but like a edgier version of it. You missed one of the characters on here is such a bitch. This girl named of Desiree. Desiree makes Cinder look good. That's all I'm gonna say. My eyes opened and my body felt the cold embrace of the ocean. I shivered. I looked down to see my tail had returned as good as new. I was back where I had started. The ocean was gloomy. I was gloomy. Not even the fish were there to keep me company. So all of that had just been a dream. I grew solid. Miracles didn't exist after all. Well, girl, it seems you had a good time with the Terraflits. Orpheus? In the flesh and inside your dream. I hope you don't mind. I doubt it would matter even if I did. Why are you here? Why not? It's best to talk in your natural environment. Besides, the ocean is beautiful. Orpheus, I think I understand why you came to help me. Jory, these children, they're all at the Reverend's mercy. Remember, Uriel, I don't know my master's motives. I only obey her wishes. But you're probably right. While we're on the topic, I have a question. Did you notice anything off about the Reverend? He's pretty short. 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 That's the height makes no difference. Try again. What do you want me to say then? That his hair is gray? That is cruel for a man of Yeshua? At least based on what I've learned about the God's mercy. That he used the staff to heal me? Yes! Yes, what? The rod! You've seen that kind of magic before. Yes, when you hear Desiree with your powers. What was different about how the Reverend used his magic? When you used your powers, they came from your hand? Could that staff be magical even though the Reverend didn't have magic of his own? That couldn't be right. The Reverend was from the bloodline of a god, so he should have inherited his powers. But he hadn't tried to heal me with his hands. He had grown furious when I couldn't be healed by the touch of his rod. I remember what the Reverend had said about how we shouldn't make a fool out of it. A little misspelling there, but okay. The Reverend had been very arrogant towards Jory and me, so the lack of his own powers must have been the cause of his frustration. Wait, a red aura had appeared around me when I had made the pact with Orpheus. Could the Meropaean control both of those auras, the blue and red powers? I see the gears turning in your head. What did you come up with? That the Reverend has no magic abilities, that he needs his rod to accomplish anything. Without the staff, he's just like everyone else. My word, you're a natural, Ariel. Well done. And I can tell you why he needs that rod. It's because his heart does not allow the use of holy magic. Why? Surely he had someone to teach him. He is the Reverend. Magic doesn't come from tutelage alone, but from our emotions and desires as well. That blue aura is known as mana, and this type of mana, or holy magic as they call it, is known as grace. Grace requires selflessness, goodwill, and all the warm and fuzzy mumble jungle. How could I have healed your sister if I had cruel intentions? I took no joy in your painful transformation, Ariel, and I genuinely believe in Mother and in you. That is why I channeled Grace. And that red mana was for Mother herself. Don't stress over it. I'm certain you can understand what the commoners would think if their Psychon of Yeshua could have channeled Grace, yes? Would it make a difference? You see in his temper, it would be his undoing. Seeing as he is our biggest threat, I advise you keep an eye out for those discrepancies. He will discover your secret if you aren't careful, Ariel. You don't have to tell me twice. Those kids' lives depend on my secrecy. Now what does he want me to do? Glad you asked. Huh? My head shifting between worlds that way disoriented me. It took me several attempts to sit up. When I finally managed to do so, I noticed the pot over a roaring fire. It wasn't even dawn yet. If Orpheus had made this food, why do it now and not earlier? We could have saved the Reverend's money for later. Oh right, Kid probably would have allowed him to act so freely. Now then, I want you to give that stew to all the people in the slums. It's rare they eat breakfast at all, especially one so hardy. The children need lots of nutrition to grow up big and strong. A mother needs to make sure they have what they need to grow into adults. But they already have mothers. And you'll show them how to do their job. That's bold. That's bold. Orpheus, I understand the sentiment, but I can't walk. How will I give this to them? On your hands and knees, of course. If you had a baby, it would need to be fed every 2 hours. Parenting requires sacrifice. I want you to show everyone how much you care about them. Well, boy, you want her to walk on, you want her to crawl in the snow? You know what that shit would do her to her knees? That would be, I could not survive. It doesn't help that today, where I am, it turned 29 degrees in the morning, in October. And the sun was heating the other day too. Weather is so crazy here, guys. You have no idea. It's been pretty fun so far. I agree, Driocotis. It's really nice. It's a nice game. How would this show them I cared? All I did was hurt myself. Then again, I didn't know how much money we had left, and the stew was already prepared. Maybe I can ask Joy for help? No, I thought that idea would be okay with Orpheus. Besides, he had given me a new life and was only asking me to feed some kids in return. My situation could have been worse. It wasn't like the kids would keep quiet about what I was doing anyway. The second I handed one family a bowl, I knew the other children would want some as well. Okay, Orpheus, I'll take care of it. Learning to crawl wasn't too difficult. Why did Terraflits need to walk bipedally anyways? It was much quicker to crawl. Once I approached the fireplace, the challenge made itself known. Scooping the soup into a bowl wasn't a problem, but carrying the meal was a different story. The bowl was hot to the touch, and my only option was to carry it by the leg. However, ouch! Ah, that stung, and I only had spilled a drip of the liquid on my leg. If I had walked on my knees instead of crawling, I could hold the bowl steadily with both hands. Perfect! I had the stew under control! Now I just needed to put one feet in front of the other, and oh, she's gonna spill it, isn't she? Called it! Damn it! Not only was this process slow, but I also needed to watch my steps. If I overextended, the stew would spill on my legs. Ah, this seemed more like a trial than looking out for some kids. Orpheus knew I couldn't walk, so there was no way this task's difficulty wasn't intentional. I hobbled forward, doing my damnedest not to make a scene. The liquid sizzled when it hit the ground. How was a kid supposed to eat something this hot? But the tent was on the horizon. Just a few more steps. Oh no! I fumbled, but the bowl landed right on its top. How the hell did it not spill? You clumsy girl. Shut it! Miss Melody? Several people crawled out of their tents, rubbing their eyes and staring at me. Hey, what happened? Are you okay? Yeah, just thought I prepared breakfast. Breakfast, is that? They stared at the bowl, then back at the pot. But Miss Melody, you can't walk. How did you do this? My hands still work. Ugh, morning already. 5 more minutes. Melody? Melody, what are you doing? Oh no, Joey was the last person who wanted to spot me. He would have had questions. I knew I shouldn't have asked for his help. Jory, I was just delivering breakfast. Wait, those birds. What happened? I thought I'd give the kids some breakfast to return the favor from last night. That's nice and all, but why didn't you ask for help? Good question. Someone get me a rag. We need to treat those burns. I have a wash basin prepared. I'll take care of it. It took no time for the woman to offer Joy a rag. When I looked down on myself, I noticed that my skin that got scalded had bubbled. Did hot stuff make Terrafluid smelt? Praise Yeshua, it's only a few blisters. I cringed when the cold cloth touched my leg. Despite Joy's massive hands, he was gentle. I gasped as grace formed around his hands. Just like when the Reverend had tried to heal me with his staff, my leg tingled and the burning weakened. Ooh, Uncle Joy's using magic again! Not so loud! And it's not magic, it's the same abilities the Reverend wields. Wait, if he had the same powers, why did you need the Reverend's help? My abilities are far weaker than his. I can only treat minor ailments. When he lifted the rag, the bubbles and pain had subsided. The wound still hurt a little, but I might as well have been as good as new. Please don't do anything so risky again. You could have really hurt yourself, Melody. And though if word got out to the Reverend, I feared the situation would have ended badly for the both of us. I'm sorry, I just wanted to help. That's all well and good, but you still can't walk. That's all well and good. Sorry. You still can't walk. There's no shame in asking one of us for help. We're all family here. Family? Of course, these people are all my family. We may not be related by blood, but our bonds are stronger than steel. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you meant something else. I turned away. I was such a ditz. It'd take longer than one night for someone to accept you as family. Thank you. Now let's see what you cooked up. Darn it! You're going to fall a few times. Just keep trying. I know, but the Reverend said it's only the second day. One big meal won't fix your malnutrition. You got to gain more weight. I bit my lip. Thought Joy wanted to fatten me up, disturb me. Even if that wasn't what he meant. He picked me up by my shoulders and set me on my feet. Okay, Melody, I'm going to walk with you. Just keep moving forward and don't look down. Okay. Whoa! I felt like I was being pushed along by a current, but on land. Lift your legs. You see how everyone's walking? Try to mimic it. Right! I placed my left foot forward. Again, the leg dragged on the ground. Now, if I did the same with my other foot... Okay, my right foot landed successfully. Now, the left one. Right, left, right, left. Hey, I was walking! Jory, it's working! Good job, Melody. Just keep stepping forward. Guys! Left, right, left, right. Ah! Why do you let go? He clenched his shoulders and shivered. I don't think you'll learn if I'm always helping you. A warning would have been nice! As I said, you're going to fall a few times. Ah, Melody, I see you're learning to walk well enough. I greeted my team. How long had he been watching us? Judging from the tone of his voice and the kind of expression on his face, he seemed much nicer today than before. His tone was warm, his smile appeared genuine, and he struck me as an actual holy man would. I'd never seen a man of faith before, but you would think a reverend would exclude warmth. That make me nervous. Jory bowed in front of the Reverend, and I copied him. Bowing was easy considering how familiar I was with the ground after falling face first onto it so many times. My lord? Reverend, good morning! I saw that stumble earlier. You were doing pretty well for a few seconds. Yes, Jory has been a great help in teaching me how to walk again. As it should be. I would like for him to leave the two of us alone for me. My lord, please be gentle with her. You take me for an oath? Get out of here! My heart broke when Jory obeyed the Reverend's order. Knowing how gentle Jory was, I couldn't stand seeing him bullied like that. It reminded me of how Desiree treated me. Reverend, why are you so mean to him? Please, Melody, I've only asked him to give us a moment. The oath forgot his voice, so I reminded him where a dog belongs. Oh my god. This guy. Now tell me, how is your progress? I hope you haven't been suffering too much other than me than you thought. Again, his eyes examined me with the same hunger as yesterday. I've never been happier. Jory has taken good care of me. Oh dear, your standards are far too low. It's a shame no one from the lower classes helped you instead of him. You would have been better in the care of anyone else. You have such potential as well. Someone like you doesn't belong with this riffraff. What was this fascination with me? It wasn't my hair. Reverend extended his hair and took strands of my big hair into his fingers. He ran them through his hands, a fascinated look in his eyes. My disgusting fear made me want to vomit. If only if I could bat his hand away. I am really fine, sire. I appreciate your concern. I struggled speaking, trying to push down the bottle in my mouth. You're so modest. I like that. If only you wouldn't treat me this way. I didn't want to be the center of the Reverend's interest. I wanted to see anything but that look in his eyes, please. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. It's like, it's kind of like Toga from My Hero Academia. I'm getting that vibe. You've been on my mind ever since we met, so I got you a gift. He handed me a bottle with green liquid inside. I put it against my nose and took a whiff, trying to determine the contents. The smell-away thing from the top of the container made by my face crumpled up. It was so foul. What was it? What is this? Medicine, crafted through the finest ingredients. Alchemy is a forbidden practice, but I let it slide for your benefit. After all, it wasn't being used for nefarious purposes. This potion should have you walking in no time. Go on, drink! My face paled when he removed the top. It might be able to help me walk, but it would be at the expense of the contents of my stomach. But he'd throw a fit if I didn't accept this gift. Oh, thank you, my lord. Shouldn't have. With a deep inhale, I downed the contents of the bottle, and immediately regretted that I had agreed to do so. My stomach growled in protest. My mind might have ignored the taste, but my body wouldn't. I felt the stew from this morning leaping up into my throat. My cheeks puffed, but I forced it down. The Reverend would have poisoned me, not after the seed he made yesterday. Yes, it's very bitter, but that concoction is full of restorative nutrients. It's well worth the upset stomach. Now then, he yanked me to my feet. I stood unsteadily, but not because of the weakness of my legs. By my will, as Reverend hailed the third, you're healed! Now walk, girl! How dare he! How dare that apostate swindle me! I will see him burn! But Lord, is everything alright? No, everything's not alright, and you're going to see to his arrest! Right, but Melody... Yes, take her home. I will speak to her later. Thank you, sire. Jordan and I didn't have much to say on our way back. Poor guy was too spooked to say a word. Thankfully, my belly had calmed me down. I actually felt rejuvenated. Not strong enough to walk yet, better than before. Except now that poor alchemist was going to be killed, and Jordan would have to be a part of his execution. How can a man of such high standing like the Reverend be so stupid? Surely the person who had made this medicine must have told them the potion would cure my being lame. Maybe he didn't say anything out of fear. The Reverend's rap was terrifying. Distributing illicit substances? Oh dear, that's not good. Why do you only speak to me when we're alone? Because you're doing so well. Joy and you make a fine duo, and you perform so well. I haven't felt like I have much to add. But as you can see, the Reverend has Joy under his thumb. Whatever will you do? Orpheus, even with what I know, I doubt it's enough to take down the Reverend. Not with that altitude. It's not. And your days are numbered. I fear the man wants to claim you as his wife. What? But I'm a nobody! Surely he has higher standards! He just gave you a back alley proof, and you still think he's the sharpest tool in the shed. But I can't be the only woman he can marry. Many have tried to bewitch him, but all the women are the same in his eyes. Uninteresting, just thoughtless concerts with nothing to offer other than their goods. I told you to pay attention, Ariel. Why would he be fascinated with you? After all, you're a leper, or almost one, since he still believes you can be healed. That's what I've been saying all the time. I'm not worth his attention. What is it that he sees in me? The way the Reverend looked at me, I was certain he was after my body. But then again, he had women throwing themselves at him. If Orpheus was to be believed, so my body couldn't be why he wanted me. I gave my interactions with the Reverend some thought. He liked my modesty, but Jordan was modest too, and he got abused. Wait a second!
Pink hair? My, that's abnormal. Tell me your name, girl.
Right, the hair. You got to be kidding me! It's my hair! Once again, it gets me in trouble! Once again, my hair puts me in danger. can't blame the man. Your hair is beautiful. Damn it, Orpheus, why didn't you change my hair if you knew it stood out? Because it's the apple of Jory's eye. I thought you wanted to be with him. I blushed. I guess you have a point. Take it easy and wait for the Reverend to ask. No reason to put the cart before the horses. What? Excuse me, don't count the chickens before they hatch. What's a chicken? Bro forgot that Ariel's a mermaid, not a human. Tend to Joy. What? Uncle Jory, what happened? Go inside, he's going to be fine. What happened? Is he okay? I said go inside! In came Jory with men carrying him under each arm. The giant panted heavily, blood leaking from his... Oh, he got attacked. Poor Alchemist. Welcome in, Fluffy, by the way. I haven't noticed you in the chat. I watched breathlessly as they carried him into the lot. All of the children were ushered into their homes, and I, crawling, hurried over. Jory! Well, Melody, I'm glad you're doing okay. What the hell happened to you? I grabbed the cloth and wiped the blood from his mouth. A gash tore his plated chest down the middle. It didn't bleed, but the wound wasn't closed either. He must have used grace to stop the bleeding. Could the Reverend not heal him further? No, he had probably chosen not to. Couldn't risk himself being outed as a fraud even when his bodyguard has gotten injured. I clenched my fist. That brute wanted me to marry him, a man who cared so little for the well-being of others? After how he had treated Jory, I would have spit in his direction, let alone lie with him. Melody, did I upset you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Lay him down! Do we have medicine with us? Only gaze. It'll help keep the wound closed. Good enough. Bring it here. I had beaten up by my sisters on multiple occasions. I wasn't a healer by any means, but I could patch him up at least. They handed me the gauze. As I tugged at it, I learned that it was used for bandaging. We had linens made out of seaweed for the same purpose. Can someone get this armor off of him? Right, come on everyone. Help him out of that breastplate. Like a school of fish, the terraflits swarm around Jory, undoing the straps connecting the armor and pulling his limbs free. His leggings remained on, but his leggings were injured, so there was no need to remove them. His eyes were half open. Even though he seemed awake, he didn't speak. It must have hurt to do so. Poor Jory. Hey, before you bandage him, we have to clean the wound. Take this. Another cloth, but this one was warm. This treatment was the opposite from the one Jory had used to treat my burns, but the process felt similar. He grunted softly as I pressed the warm rag to his chest. I paused only for him to nudge me to press harder. Once I finished, one of the parents and I wrapped the cloth around Jory's chest. I had to be shown how to tie the bandage, but my efforts helped. Jory looked better than before. I sighed, wiping sweat from my brow. Part of me couldn't believe that I had done so well. My arms had flowed like water during the treatment. Thank you, Melody. Alright, I think he'll be okay. We'll take care of dinner, so he's all yours. Thank you. I had thought Jory's pained expressions from before had been hard pills to swallow. I hated to see him suffering as deeply as he was now. It felt like I choked with every word I uttered. Jory, who did this to you? No one we know. I was protecting the Reverend. From what? Who would attack him? A devil. A devil made an attempt on his life. But Melody, you're an angel. What did I do to deserve someone so kind? Stop talking! My tears teared up. My eyes teared up. Hot waterfalls fell down my cheeks. I took Jory's big hand in front of both mine. He got hurt defending a monster like the Reverend. Why did it have to be Jory? He shuddered, using his other way to wipe away my tears, but they wouldn't stop falling. Melody, Jory, this can't keep happening. You could have died. Where's the Reverend? Why didn't he heal you? He fled. He needs to stay safe. A kingdom without its leader would not survive. But he's a monster, Jory. As long as you all are safe, I'll carry that burden. It's what my shoulders are made for. You damn hoe. I rested my face onto his shoulder. I never cried like this over someone else. Regardless, this needed to end. I didn't want to lose Jory because of the Reverend. And what were these devils he spoke of? They sounded like the sea witches that we have been told to avoid as children. He'll at least let you recover, right? I imagine. He'll be too busy looking for the person who summoned that fiend. Good. Then I want you to focus on resting. I can learn to walk later. I don't want to see you out of bed, not without help at the very least. I help put you back together, Joy, and I'll take you apart if I have to. My rebuke surprised even me, but I didn't want that wound reopening. And I had a feeling Joy would only listen if I was harsh. Yes, ma'am. For the rest of the week, I needed to focus on planning on how to set Joy free from the Reverend's grasp. No, I needed to set everyone free from his clutches. If the Reverend wanted my hand, at least that gave me a way to barter for their safety. I'd be miserable as his wife, but I was sure I'd get used to him given time. However, such a sacrifice will only work temporarily. Like the bandage on Jory's wound, the Reverend's oppression wouldn't end just because I married him. I wasn't anybody important. I doubted my actions would change anything. One way or another, I had to do something. What could someone like me do, though? So this is where you've been. Oh no. The parents and their children playing outside hurried into their homes when the viper reared its head. There wasn't a scratch on him, even though he had been the target. Jory had protected the Reverend well, yet the holy man still appeared insulted. What had spoiled his mood so much? Had it been the attempt on his life, or something else? The Reverend clenched his nose and his eyes forward as he glanced around the area. He strolled up to Jory. The giant struggled to place his hand on his chest. Seeing him in so much pain made me wince. I struggled not to glare at the Reverend. He had better be here to help my friend. Otherwise, I might scratch another pair of eyes. Well done, my men haven't seen any sign of that fiend. It's a shame you couldn't kill the fiend. My apologies. You've been patched up. It seems you have some really resourceful people here. Jory pointed to me. I shivered. Don't give me credit. Don't give him another reason to admire me. I wanted nothing to do with the Reverend. She saved my life, sire. Never would have taken her for a healer. You're just full of surprises. Those eyes, I loathe them. I felt the fall every time they set their glaze on me. Well, it appears that you won't be needing my help after all. That makes things less complicated. Melody, I would like a word with you. I cowered from his hand. My heart raced. Please don't make me go with him. Is something the matter? I don't want to leave Jory's side. Can we not discuss the matter here? No, my affairs are none of his concern. But Reverend! Go with him, Melody. We'll all be fine. All thanks to you and everyone else. Damn it, Jory, why couldn't you shut up and go to sleep? Well, I'm waiting. Yes, my liege. I took the Reverend's hand and we made our way outside. Surprisingly, there were many terraflits out and about. Not like any of them would be of help. If only I could walk, I freed my hand from his grasp. It made me sick to be around him. That potion he had fed me was nothing compared to this. Have you been well? I understand that the medicine I gave you was ineffective. I feel fine. Good to hear, because that alchemist tried to assassinate me. He won't be fooling anyone anymore in the depths of hell. We're safe now. That's good. However, my brush with death gave me an epiphany. If I had left this world, I would leave with many regrets. I hadn't accomplished everything I wanted to do. I have no heir to continue my lineage. I have not reclaimed our lands from the heaps of Underfell. But most regrettably, I had not accomplished any feats that will make my name renowned in history. Well, nothing aside from being a reverend. Wouldn't you be remembered for that alone? Perhaps, but those that came before me had a portfolio of feats on top of assuming the role. The first reverend founded our empire, the second founded the Celestials that fight for our lands. And what have I done? Nothing of value, yet. I do not have the aptitude for warfare that they did. My skills are in bureaucracy and economics, but those areas do not make for heroic or memorable feats. Sure, I can change my ways and launch a war campaign. However, I would need a contingency plan. Assassins are already after me, and I haven't even declared a war. I need a heir. Someone who will carry my legacy in case I leave this plane prematurely, but I could never find anyone suitable to carry my seed. And then I met you. The Reverend clapped his hand on my shoulder. A cold sweat went down my spine.
Melody, if that's even your true name. I know you are no ordinary woman.
We you haven't had any voice acting in a while, so this is nice.
Huh?
Reverend, I think you...
Hush. You're in no danger. I'm not here to arrest you. Pink hair, that's a rare occurrence. Only elves and Meropians are capable of inheriting such a trait. Warriors are not pointed, so you're no elf.
I looked away. If only I let Desiree tear off his damn hair!
Plus, there is two possibilities. Either you were originally a Meropian, or you were a devil. Most likely a succubus.
Oh lord!
It's fortuitous that, after I met you, an incubus came to my inn. Very convenient. I do not believe that you are a fiend, or that the two situations are related.
Now, the mixing between the music and the voice acting is... It could use some work, but it's...
No, I believe you must have had good reasons to come here. I know your hair color is deemed cursed among your people. Maybe your backwater race has shunned you, so you found some way to transform. Likely an unholy way, I imagine. The way your legs came to me doesn't matter to me. No. Only the end result matters. If I were to become known as the man who had stolen the heart of a Meropian, well, that would make me a very memorable individual. That's why I have a proposition for you.
He knelt and took my hand. I was too dumbstruck to even react.
Become my wife. Bear me an heir, and your secret will remain hidden.
Oh shit.
You will not want for anything. Those years you spent isolated will be repaid. Endless luxury. Anything you could desire will be yours. You will not only walk, you will become a lady of my court. You and I will be a legendary couple, Melody. Oh, I can see our future so clearly.
I didn't know what to say. I had known he wanted me, yet I was still too stunned to speak. This wasn't him asking for my hand, it was blackmail. I couldn't believe it. How did he know so much about me? The Reverend didn't need to threaten me. He could just accuse me of being a devil in front of everyone, then I would be done for. The more I looked at the man, the more revolting he became to me. He expected me to spend the rest of my life with him. His disgusting entitlement, his arrogance, his audacity, everything about him made me want to retch. If only I could tell him what a monster he was. He had the power to end my life. If only I could refuse. I needed to get away from this wretched man. I couldn't become his wife. That idea was out of the question. I feigned the blush and did whatever I could to mask my disgust. I'm flattered, but your proposal is too sudden. Can I have some time to think my reply over? Why do you need to think it over? I'm offering you heaven. Yes, but please, just give me some time to collect my thoughts. Have you any idea how many people were killed to be in your position? Yes, sire. He groaned and held up a finger. One day, I expect an answer at this time tomorrow. I'll wait no longer. You're most merciful, Reverend. Too merciful. So here's a little motivation. I wager you've grown fond of Shirey and his entourage. They made you a very happy Meropian, so happy that you sacrificed everything to keep them safe. It'd be a shame if word got out about your past. It would make them accomplices to witchcraft, whether they had helped you or not. I'm guessing you understand what's at stake? Yes, my lord. Careful with that scowl. Your face will get stuck that way if you hold it for too long. Guard, escort her back to that pigsty. Just believe. Man, we're at that part now. It's crazy. Chat, how are you doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you're enjoying the story. I hope that my voice acting is okay. If it's cringe, I'm sorry. It looks like we're at the end now. Almost at the end. This is the part like the Little Mermaid, right? Ursula pretty much is like two villains in this. You got Orpheus down there, and you got the Reverend up there. So it's like they done separated Ursula into two characters. The guard carried me back to Joy's tent. Inside, he set me on my knees. I didn't move an inch. I sat there, frozen in rage. I had always thought of myself as gentle and soft, but not anymore. Melody? Are you alright? Go back to sleep, Jory. But... I said go back to sleep! My shrill scream broke the searing silence between us. Damn it, what was I doing? He didn't mean any harm. Jory, It's fine. We can talk tomorrow. Thank you. The rest of the night faded so quickly, I didn't move. I couldn't move, even if I had wanted to. Now, how did I fall asleep? With how enraged I was, I am amazed I could sit still, let alone close my eyes. A part of me would have been happy if everything really was just a dream. I had no one again, but I wouldn't be back into a wall. It appears this tale is nearing its climax. The Reverend has played his trump card, and is a checkmate for you. Any other woman would have no choice. Their life is all they would have. However, you're no ordinary woman. He has no power over you, as long as I don't allow him to. Orpheus, please don't tell me He-Cake wants me to marry him. Even if it would protect Jory and his flock, Ariel, you disappoint me. I thought you were smarter than this. Your lack of faith is insulting. Why would I whisper in your ear about his shortcomings if I wanted you to be wet? Orpheus' scorn surprised me. Not because of his anger, but because his tone remained the same. I think I would have preferred someone cursing my name. I don't know. I'm just so angry. Good, that means you're alive.
Relax. Mother has another task for you.
To get Jory and the children to safety, right?
No, that would be foolish. You cannot escape him. Not while he breathes. He has to die.
Oh, wow.
Die? But I thought Hecate stood for family. For sacrificing everything for the children. For supporting your loved ones in whatever way possible.
It's all as you say. However, their lives are not guaranteed under his reign. No lives are. He has put hundreds of families to the torch, and he has earned Mother's ire. The man has a right to be afraid. He has committed atrocities that cannot be forgiven. He is to be punished for eternity. Surely you and I can agree he deserves such a fate.
I do, but I don't know if I can kill someone. That's a big demand, Orpheus. Even if it's for a noble cause.
I don't expect you to bloody your hands. Not directly. He has your heart. So give it to him. Just remember to dip it in poison first. You made a pact, Ariel. You can't just take Mother's gift and not reciprocate.
I'm not saying I won't honor Hecate, but... poison?
Yes, it's the most subtle way to silence someone.
There's something I've been worried about. You say you're a messenger from the gods and that a devil attacked the Reverend after he had met me. Orpheus, what's an incubus? A shapeshifter. They take the appearance of beautiful men, often to seduce women. Reverend Hill claimed he was attacked by an incubus, and Orpheus was the most bewitching man I had ever encountered. Orpheus. Yes, Ariel. Did you attack the Reverend? He looked me dead in the eye before clapping his head dramatically. Pierce, I've been sniffed out. So that means you're a devil. I sure am. And Hecate is an archfiend. Why tell me this? Why be so open? How can you look me in the eye and say you lied to me? When did I lie to you? Everything I said was true. The Reverend is cruel, the children are in need, and you and I both have the same goal, to get rid of the tyrant. I'm a messenger, just as I said. And Mother is most certainly a goddess, just not as worthless as Yeshua. Leave it to that absent king to make messes for us devils to clean up. Yet Mother is the villain. He deserves a prophet as worthless as the Reverend. It suits him well. I couldn't believe this. How I had not seen this coming. The warning signs had all been there. Desiree had known who Orpheus was. He had the aura of someone alien to our world, and he had the magic to turn me into a terraflame. But more importantly, that meant you attacked Jory! Actually, he was the one who attacked me. I got caught and his master sent him on me before fleeing the sea. You heard him, Orpheus! so that you can put him back together. That doesn't make what you did to Joey right! A shame, but I kept my end of the deal. I gave you feet, I led Joy to you, I helped you gain the approval of his friends, and I offered you wisdom of the Reverend. Mother's requests are never insidious. They have a purpose and always bring about a good end. Killing the Reverend is no different. We both know he needs to leave this world for everyone's sake. You said it yourself. He has you cornered. He ambushed you with words as sharp as a knife to your throat. Do you really think a man like that should live? After all, you looked ready to do it yourself. All I ask is that you do it my way. We devils never lie, Ariel. We only speak truths that everyone is too afraid to recognize. Don't compare me to you! Now I didn't know who to be angry with. Oh, Jory, this was all my fault. I doubted I'd ever be able to make things right again. But right now, I needed to focus on finding a way out of this predicament. Monster or not, my Orpheus was my best chance at getting away from the Reverend, but at what cost? Considering his schemes so far, he and his goddess were likely plotting something even worse. Jory wouldn't want this to happen. He mourned the Reverend's death despite the abuse the men had put him through. And what would happen after the Reverend died? Would the realm fall into chaos? The Reverend doesn't have a successor. If he dies now, wouldn't that be bad for the other Terraflets? Ah, he has a successor, his nephew, a much more compassionate man. The Reverend sent him to war, and much to the Lord's charge him, his nephew keeps returning. Politics can drive any mortal to evil. We know the devils invented them. That is true. Politics just destroy people, and I should know. But we ain't. That's a topic for another day. All you have to do is dip your hands in poison. No one will know. No one will ever be able to guess who did it. And if they did, they'd probably call you a hero. Even if that's true, I thought you and your goddess are plotting the Reverend's demise out of pure goodwill. Why are you so certain we're evil? You did see me use grace to heal a sister. If I was truly wicked, channeling grace would have been impossible. He did have a point there. So Ariel, are we in agreement? Oh boy. Should we save here, guys? How do I save? Right, I'm gonna save here, so. Let's see what happens if I accept the offer. If I help you, will he can't leave Joy and the others alone? Will she stop interfering once the Reverend is gone? Once again, I don't know, Ariel. However, this task was her decree. If she had any ill intent for your companion, she wouldn't need you or your help. And why does she need my help? It's less a matter of needing and more of principle. It'd be very symbolic if her acolyte's actions led to the Reverend's demise. We devils love irony. Alright then, I'll do it. Anything's better than being under the Reverend's thumb. Agreed. His soul is foul, even to us fiends, which makes it all the more ripe for the taking. I grimaced at Orpheus' dark comment, but I had no right to condemn him. At least everyone would be able to live happily if the Reverend was dead. I suppose I really was cursed, making a pact with the devil and now aiming to take someone's life. I had a new home now though, one that I was ready to protect at all costs. The ploy is simple. First, dawn shattered my sleep. My eyes hurt, much like the legs had when I had scalded myself. My body felt sluggish. What time was it? I must have not gotten as much sleep as I wanted to. The first part of the plan involved Joy. I looked over at him. He was lying on his cot with his eyes wide open. Had he had trouble sleeping too? His chestnut eyes remained fixated on me. That lug, he must have been worried about me. I crawled over to him, wanting nothing more than to hold him in my arms. He was so precious. He deserved the world. Jory, I told you to go to sleep. How did I? You looked like you were possessed last night. What did the Reverend say to you? He wants me to marry him, and I'm in no position to refuse. But I'm over it now. Everything's going to be fine. He what? He sat up, but I ushered him back to bed. My eyes narrowed as he tried to resist me. Oh, Jory, you have nothing to worry about. Everything's going to be fine. This time tomorrow, you'll finally have the life you deserve. Melody, this can't go on. I can see the hatred in your eyes. You shouldn't have to marry him. I can help you escape. My friends know every route out of the city. You wouldn't be the first to flee when this advances. I'm his servant and I intend to keep serving him. But I cannot let this happen to you. I wouldn't be able to... But then you would take the brunt of his rage. And since he knows where you live, I can't risk him endangering him or the children. No, you don't have to do this. Melody, I failed you. I set a bad example, haven't I? You were right. We can't keep living under his oppression, fearing his wrath every day. We need to... I pressed a finger against Jory's mouth and caressed his cheek. He really did have a heart of gold, caring so much for a woman he hadn't known too long. He had rescued me, he welcomed me into his home, now he was ready to rebel just for me. I cherished that expression of his, the rapid desperation he felt on my behalf. This time tomorrow, he'd be mine! Jory, you're too kind. You give too much to people who don't deserve it. And I think it's time someone returned the favor. As his wife, I'll see to it that you are all treated better. I promise you, I'll repay your kindness in full. Melody, you don't have to sacrifice yourself. But I want to. And no matter what vows I take, no matter how many years I spend with him, my heart will always belong to you. I closed my eyes and pressed my lips against his. I took his face in my hands, trailing my fingers through his hair. The poor man didn't know how to react. How cute! As we kissed, my heart fluttered. Soon we'd be able to live together, in a world where no one would treat us as outcasts. I loved every second I spent here, and I loved Jory even more. I wanted him to be happy. I would make him happy. I broke the kiss and stared dreamily into his eyes. His eyes peered back at me, glimmering.
Do you really want to help me, Jory?
I do.
Then rest. I don't want you leaving this calm. I want you to get better. And I want you to be happy.
Okay, but I wish I could do more, Melody. I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
You've done more than enough. You showed me what it means to have a family. And I will never forget that. Now, go to sleep. I mean it this time.
His eyes wavered as I continued stroking his hair. Eventually, his body felt limp and he dozed. I wiped away a tear. For once, it didn't come from sadness. This wasn't goodbye, just a new beginning. My, you're a natural. And here I thought you'd be a horrible diplomat considering where you came from. I just spoke from my heart. I don't know how I managed to calm him down either. Not Aurora like your Moxie, but I doubt you're going to rise to power that easily. Oh, I only said that so Joy wouldn't come after me, disrupting our plan. Clever! You make a fine devil! Please don't say that. Though even if this ploy all ended well, I still have to worship Hike. She was an archfiend, but at least she gave a damn about the suffering of others. Hiding my devotion with her would be a struggle, but I crossed that bridge later. Besides, I was beginning to like her, and with Orpheus at my side, I'll be okay. Yeah, it's kind of like high school DxD with the character of Asia, with how she began as a nun and when she got killed, she got reincarnated as a devil, right? But she still worshipped God, right? It kind of reminds me of that. Better save before viewing each path. Right, this is like the first time in the game that we have an option. So we'll see. If this ending is any good, I probably won't view the other one. But we'll see. I had one of the parents help me walk into Jubilee. I could have waited till tonight, but I needed Jory to be asleep while this happened. I didn't want him to see this. By the time he woke up, the Reverend would be dead, and Jory would be none the wiser. Or so I hoped. It didn't take long to find the Reverend. I could hear him shouting from a mile away. The men he screamed at wore silver armor and seemed more elite than the other guards, but even they couldn't escape his wrath. By Yeshua! How have you found nothing on that incubus? You're celestials, for crying out loud! Indeed, my lord, but incubi are notoriously hard to track. We are working as fast as we can. Well, you're not working fast enough! Every second you spend making excuses puts me in jeopardy. I called upon you for a reason. Now do your goddamn job! Yes, my lord. Even a simpleton could work better than... Melody! Have you come to accept my proposal? Yes, my lord. I thought things through, and I was so excited I didn't want to wait till tonight to give you my answer. Of course you couldn't. Your mind just needed time to process everything. You had settled for swell and could have fathomed the finer things in this world. I'll remedy that issue post haste. His face contorted me. into a sinister grin as he took my hand. Again, I could see his eyes filled with hunger as they peered into mine. Even though he would be dead soon enough, being held by him felt worse than my tail being torn off. I smiled back. The expression hid my true intentions like a mask. No more will anyone have to suffer under your tyranny. I decree a feast be held in our honor. I cannot wait. It must be held tonight. I want us to be wed before some demon has a chance to steal you away. Be grateful, Melody, for you have ascended to royalty. History will remember you as my wife who gave me the hair and helped our country advance. You'll be remembered, but not for the reason you think. I'm certain the event will be a night to remember. Indeed it will. Now come on, we've got a lot of preparations to do. The longer I remain a bachelor, the more maddened my mind becomes. To say that I had a horrible day would be an understatement. I had to be by his side at all times, enduring every snarky comment he threw at me and everyone unlucky enough to encounter us. You'd think he would have at least given me a finer dress to wear, but the Reverend wanted me to make a spectacle about how he had saved me from the evils of the slums. The only way I could get around was his help. He wouldn't let his guards help me walk unless he felt like it. He didn't want anybody touching his soon-to-be wife. The whole thing infuriated me. I would rather have been assaulted by Desiree than spend another hour with this. Orpheus, do you mind telling me where we're going to do something? You've been asking that all day, Ariel. Hey, you blame me. I don't know how these guards put up with him. Something to do with their families being butchered if they don't. Look on the bright side, he finally left you alone. Now you can contemplate your eternal matrimony. Sorry. Not funny, Orpheus! Welcome back, my husband. Is something the matter? Being reverend is very tiring, though. You should be grateful that the only burden you need to bear is being the mother of my children. Oh, this guy horny too! Oh no! I turned away. I nearly lost my lunch. Though something felt different. I couldn't put my finger on it, but he looked nervous. Why was he fidgeting so much? He had authorized the event. I figured he would have been over the moon all day. Honestly, I just wanted this event to be over with. Then why hold such a grand feast in the first place? Save face in front of all the people we've invited. I need to make the most extravagant gestures possible at all times, or else I won't appear fit to be the Reverend. Why do you care? You're the ruler of this country. You understand, when you become my consort, nobles can be just as convincing as devils. So much for the heaven he promised me. Come on, Reverend. Surely you have a speech to commemorate this glorious day. Yes, long live the Reverend and his most beautiful wife. Hey, she's a beauty if only I had met her first. Ah! Oh, I suppose I'd better give them a show. He roamed and walked to the podium. Everyone aside from myself watched in reverence, though I would never have figured he'd be so ungraceful in public. He wanted to be remembered, yet he appeared to be uncomfortable when everyone was watching. Wasn't the crowd's attention what he craved? People of Jubilee, I have much to be grateful for, yes. After a long reign, Yeshua has finally given me a woman, a lady named Melody to take as my bride. Wow, that was some stage fright. I almost felt bad for him. And from this point onward, I shall lead our empire to further glory. I pray that Melody will finally be the woman to have my son. And with my reign secured, I shall finally lead a pilgrimage to Jordanville. I placed my head in my arms. My word, this was embarrassing for us both. Now with that out of the way, rejoice! Enjoy your feast! It's made up of only the finest foods. Our conference goodbye! There were cheers for him, but they were much weaker than when he had started. He sat back down next to me, his face as red as blood. Did he hope marrying someone would ease his nerves? If only he were more compassionate. Being shy was enduring, but it didn't change my disgust towards him. Now then, let's see finally. The chalices on the table were filled by servants. I recoiled as their smell burned my nose. What's wrong? Haven't you been around wine? No, actually I have not. Why am I not surprised? Go on, try it. Now's your chance. All I need to do is get him to drink from your chalice. How the heck do I do that? He's got his own. You just backed away from the smell alone. The taste will be just as strong. Oh, and don't take more than a sip. Suddenly my heart started racing. Was I really about to do this? Would everything be alright? Even if the Reverend deserved to be killed, murder was murder. He had a family, 2 nephews. I'd be stealing their uncle from them. And what of the Terrafools who loved him? A cursed Meropean would be robbing them of their leader. He may be a despot, but surely... you ruined my role! I'm so sorry. Sorry? Sorry? Oh, you will be sorry. Guards, flog the devil out of this buffoon! No, please, I beg him! I watched him be dragged away, clenching my fists. I turned to the servants, their faces swollen and devoid of hope. Then I remembered that as long as the Reverend was remaining alive, they and everyone else would suffer. And you! What are you all eating on? I told you to drink! Sorry, I'm just nervous. I took the cup and sipped, only to spit it back out. It almost tasted worse than that medicine the Reverend had given me. I coughed and sputtered, drawing the attention of everyone. And I heard my husband. My word, girl! Don't you have any shame? The brew is so strong. Good grief! Alcohol's an acquired taste, I'll show you! My eyes widened as he snatched the chalice and guzzled it down. The way he downed the cup didn't match the way the other nobles drank at all. Everyone stared as he slammed the cup down and wiped at his mouth. I might have made a scene, but his actions weren't much better. I couldn't believe he had drunk all of that vile liquid so readily. More importantly, my refusal to drink appeared natural. Orpheus was clever. The way he had set things up, the poisoning would look like an attempt on my life rather than the Reverend's. I barely felt any guilt. For all I knew, Orpheus could have committed this murder with or without me. That drink hit the spot, though the alcohol was much stronger than I was expecting. I think I'll skip on the wine tonight. Maybe I need to learn to drink first, in front of fewer people. Suit yourself. I think I'd go for another. He hunched over, clenching his stomach. My lord, are you okay? I think I drank that beverage a little too fast. Aren't you supposed to drink alcohol slowly? Don't tell me how to handle my... Torrents of blood leapt from the Reverend's mouth, staining my dress and causing gaps for the diners. He wheezed, his face pale and sickly. I shivered. I had known it would kill him, but not so violently.
Scream, Oriel. Go on.
My lord! Are you alright?
Poison! Don't drink the wine.
Wait, there's poison in the wine? Yeshua! Pour the contents out! Someone get our Lord a healer!
He has the blood of Yeshua. He should be immune to.
Why me? Why did he have to pick me?
He collapsed in a puddle of his own blood. His last words rang through my ears. What did he mean by being picked? The Reverend had never complained about his position before. I watched in horror as 2 Terraflits tried to revive him, and something else caught my attention. Where was his staff? Oh, you be quiet. You insult me with your foolishness. That voice, it couldn't be. I had a feeling this would happen. Our Lord is back! But what about... That person was a decoy, you simpleton! The man who lies dead before you drank the poison in my stead. I gasped and looked at the corpse. My blood froze. I remembered the pitiful expression on his face. The face of the man I had murdered. Oh no. What have I done? I expected my wife to be more ecstatic to see me alive. I am very happy, my lord, but he... Tears ran down my face. This wasn't supposed to happen. I hadn't meant to kill an innocent man. How could Orpheus not have guessed this would have happened? Weren't devil schemers? How could he have been fooled so easily? Are those tears for him? Or for yourself? What do you mean? Oh, Melody, how stupid do you think I am? You never wanted to marry me. Not this morning, and especially not last night. The way you looked at me, you wanted to wring my neck. So when you suddenly accepted, I had 2 hypotheses. You were hoping I would treat Jordy better, or you were plotting something. I gnashed my teeth. He had read me like a book. But as guilty as I felt, I wasn't going to go down so easily. And Lord, please listen, that poison was meant for me, not you. I'm crying because this man died because of me. I killed him. Why would they try to poison you and not me? You are just some strumpet I picked off from the street. You have no power. You would have never had power. Killing you would have been a waste. And I think it's about time we learned who you really are. My lord! That's enough, Reverend! The grove cracked and my heart sank. My biggest fear had come true. The ground... Okay. Joy arrived on the scene and he seemed ready to strike the Reverend down. The guards rushed to the Reverend's defense, but he extended his arm and they stood down. A wily grin grew on his face. Jory, don't!
No, my lord. You've gone too far.
Oh, Jory! Just the man I was looking for! Your timing couldn't have been better! What do you mean? All you lowborns are the same! You tried to act as if you deserved the same rights as us royals, only to prove your stupidity time and time again! I got an exercise for that feeble mind of yours. Do you see that corpse over there? What do you think happened? That's... all I could do was watch. I stood there speechless. What could I have said? Everything was crumbling around me. I wanted to beg, but no words left my mouth. Jory, no, don't believe him. Please don't believe him! A double. Good job. Any guesses on who killed him? I'll give you a hint. She's been manipulating you the entire time. What? Jory, please listen. This is all a misunderstanding. That poison was meant for me. My lord, you lost it. Melody is too kind to do something like that. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Oh, if only you knew. And before you get yourself hanged, I suggest you pay attention. Put it as right at me. I will not allow. Silence, you buffoon. I don't intend to harm her. Here. I only wish to see her true form, that's all. Oh no! Orpheus, what do I do now? Orpheus? Orpheus, say something! The wind hissed as I got no response. And without the ability to walk, I had nowhere to run. My teeth chattered as the Reverend leered at me, smugly. I was about to lose everything! What could I do? Watch and learn. The jewel on his staff shivered and enveloped me in grace. I shielded my face, bracing for another painful transformation. All I felt was stiffness in my legs. When the light faded, I couldn't move my legs. Everyone gasped, and I spotted my tail back where it belonged. But worst of all, I saw Joy's expression. His mouth and eyes were wide open, looking at me in horror.
Uriel?
Jory,
Oh, you knew her, and you didn't report this small fact to me. Tisk, tisk, Jory. You are so pitiful. By Yeshua, I've never met anyone so stupid. You never stopped to question who it was you saved? She even has the same hair! Oh, did you believe she'd care for a monster like you? As if. You are just a pawn in her scheme. Nothing more, nothing less.
that's not true! Jory, I love you!
And why the hell should he believe you? You've been lying to everyone this entire time.
I had to because Europeans despise us, or because of the pact you made with the devil. Oh, but poor Joy was in the way, so you sent that incubus to take him out. That's not true! Then you even put him back together and told him to sleep while you poisoned my drink. You could have let your sweetheart know you were a murderer after all. I'm telling you, Joy, that poison was meant for me. I never hurt you. Oh, is that incubus feeding you a script? He knows how to talk at. Enough! Joy's thunderous roar shook the earth. Even the Reverend lost his nerve. He pointed to me, his eyes welling up with tears.
Uriel, please! Tell me you didn't make a pact with the devil! Tell me this is all a mistake!
Jory,
My throat closed. I could have lied to him. My heart wouldn't allow it. All I could do was sob and begin to weep. He closed his eyes, sighing heavily. A devil wouldn't bestow such a boon without a price. It appears that price was murder. Why, Ariel? Don't tell me you did this all for me. Oh, Joy, who else would it be for? No.
Well, Jory, your involvement makes you an accomplice. But this scene is very amusing. So why don't you run back to your little nest and tell all of those children that the woman you rescued is a monster? Do it, and overlook your transgression.
As you command, my liege. My heart shattered when he began walking away. Sorry, wait! I shouldn't have lied! I never meant for any of this to happen! But you and those people will always be in danger unless he's gone! What's to stop him from punishing all of you? You told me he's killed people for less! I made a mistake, but it had to be done! One wrong move and he would have had you all burned! Jari! Ah! My, I think your people were onto something about that hair of yours. Get your fucking hands off me! Ah! How dare you scratch my eye, you bitch! As his rod struck my back, I collapsed. I felt nothing. Nothing but regret and the tears pooling beneath me. Sire, what should we do with her? The same thing we do with every witch. Burn her at the stake. As the dawn sun broke through, I lay there tied to a stake. My God, this ending. Is this really how it ends? It's like Wicker Man? Wow, man. This is kind of sad. It really is. It is. If this is how it ends, we might have to look at the other ending. Only my mouth was unbound. My body trembled, not at fear, but because it was so cold. They tore my dress from my torso. I was only allowed the shells on my bosom. A crowd of terraflits had gathered, but neither Jory nor his friends were there. 2 guards blocked the pedestal stairs, and the Reverend stood before me, torch in hand. And I did the same. To a degree, I believe this outcome was just. Not because of my pact with Orpheus, but because of that poor decoy who had died in my hands. Orpheus has still not reached out, but why would he? I imagine he had fled the second his ploy had fell apart. People of Jubilee, we're gathered here today to prosecute this Meropean. Not only did she scheme with the devil, but she made an attempt on my life. Yet we should show sympathy. Meropeans are backwards ways who worship the moral plane rather than the rightful divine rulers. Such ignorance should be expected from an inferior people. But her transgression is unforgivable all the same. She exploited my kindness, manipulated the lowborns, and tried to drag our city to ruin. But she failed, for I, Reverend Hail the Third, foiled her nefarious scheme. Cheers and cheers rang from the crowd, exalting my captor and denouncing me. I winced with every item that was hurled at my body. Everything from rough sand to rancid meat to dung was pelted at me. You stupid fish fucker! Creatures with scales are unclean after all! You should have stayed underwater, witch, and think I used to admire you people. You all shouldn't be surprised. Look at her hair. Her people see it as cursed. It's only natural for... Quiet! Those fools. How many times had you given this speech before an execution? Even if I was a monster, the others he had butchered had it been... Even a demon deserved its last rites. Yeshua strives for mercy, even directed at those who deserve no passion. So speak, witch. What archfiend did that devil serve? You cannot save your body, but your soul might yet be cleansed by his mercy. If Yeshua would carry you and I would be dead. I said nothing, only leering at him. I had cried away all of my tears, all of my hope, and all of my emotions. But even now, the look on Joey's face last night, it still haunted me. That poor man, what would happen to him now?
My child. My sweet, sweet child. Huh?
Have you lost your mind, apostate? Tell me who that devil served. Don't you have any dignity?
I'm so sorry. So very, very sorry. I brought this situation upon you.
This wasn't Orpheus' voice. The sound was shrill, cold, yet gentle at the same time. Despite my end being near, it made me feel comfortable, loved, at peace even.
Are you Yeshua?
So you wish to stay silent? Because that fiend has poisoned your mind. It's a shame, really. I only longed to help you. I only wanted what was best for you. You betrayed not only me, but my subjects as well. Oh, if only there were more I could do to you.
The crowd hissed and booed, but I didn't care. This hypnotic voice drew all of my attention.
You only wanted to help that gentle giant and a race of people not your own. My servant failed me miserably.
to attempt to kill a man of Yeshua, an act so cruel that the only other attempt thus far was done by a fiend.
I learned of your fate the moment he returned to me.
Oh, it's heck ain't.
Again, I'm so sorry. I cannot save you, Oriel, but what I can do is make the pain go away and revive you in my visage.
Whoa.
Their inbred races caused us nothing but trouble by attacking sailors, seducing our civilians.
I only wish for the Reverend's demise. He has murdered many of my children. I'm gravely disappointed that Orpheus couldn't accomplish this task. He is one of my best. You and I are kindred spirits. You and I have the same desire to see the Reverend's demise. You are right to fear for those children. Their lives will never be safe, and there is nothing I can do to help them.
Oh my.
But you can.
Do you honestly have nothing to say? It's over, fool. Just tell me the devil's name. Who are you working for?
He waggled the torch near me. My tail long dried up, felt nothing, not even the heat. The ground grew restless. They didn't record a mob. Once again, I found myself cornered. I can either take the deal or die.
Your heart still weeps for your lover, doesn't it? You loved that man. If only he had the courage to break free from his yoke. I almost pity him.
You leave him out of this. He did nothing wrong.
His reaction was acceptable, but his fate remains unclear.
What do you mean?
Well, Jory, your involvement makes you an accomplice. But this scene is very amusing. So why don't you run back to your little nest and tell all of those children the woman you rescued is a monster. Do it, and overlook your transgression.
Who knows what the Reverend will do next? Is Jory truly forgiven? Will he follow in your footsteps after you have perished? How long until the Reverend grows angry with him again? Even I am unsure.
Do you promise not to hurt him? He did abandon me, but it isn't his fault.
I would leave him in your care. I have no qualms with him. He's just another victim of that false god's subjects.
I assume I'll become just like Orpheus.
Indeed.
Oh man. As he held the torch closer, I could feel the heat causing my skin to tense. Small arrows from the flame leapt onto my flesh, making me cringe and shudder at what lay ahead. The Reverend had grown aggravated. I was surprised he hadn't killed me yet. The desire to end me must have been eating him alive.
Alright. I accept. Help me save everyone.
As you wish.
Tell me the devil's name, damn you!
I took one last look at the crowd, at the city, and at the timer glaring at me. I couldn't help but chuckle. Seeing him so upset filled my heart with joy, because getting under his skin almost made my death fulfilling.
What's so funny? Have you gone mad, witch?
Do you really want to know? I don't think you can handle it.
Enough games. Do you not wish to be absolved? In death, your wretched soul might know peace.
Is that what you tell your victims? What bullshit. As if you'll have a better fate.
How dare you?
I dare because I know. The one who wants you dead is Yeshua.
Everyone gasped and began to riot. More and more things were flung at me, but I couldn't stop smiling. The Reverend stood there, frozen in fear. The arm holding the torch trembled and his eyes quivered. They lacked the hate they had borne from me. He could hardly look at me.
You've truly lost it. How How much more can a mind be defiled?
Your days are numbered, Reverend. He's not coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. I look forward to our reunion in hell. It'll be so much fun watching you squirm.
Oh my god.
Go on, do your worst. Savor what little time you have left.
She's turning insane.
Then may Yeshua have mercy on you.
He pressed the torch to me and my body caught fire. Everyone cheered, yet I didn't feel anything. The crowd died down as they realized no screams were leaving my mouth. I merely watched the ball fall from within the fire. My grin did not leave my face. Seeing the Reverend stumble back was worth getting burnt alive. He continued on with some speech as I felt myself getting sleepy. This felt nice. Could this really be Headgate's doing? I didn't care. I closed my eyes and went to sleep. Oh my child, worry no longer. You're home now. You shall lead his day of reckoning. Arise from the ashes. I give you a new life and a new purpose. Arise from the grave, my faithful Persephone. Commander Ill. Jory! How many times must I ask you to stop addressing me like that? Please, only my uncle may go by that name. Commander, I surrender myself into your custody. I cannot continue serving your uncle. No, in fact, as we speak, thoughts of revenge fill my head. I turn my back on a friend, and he burnt her at the stake. Could she have been that mermaid I heard about? I had only just arrived when news of her execution hit my ears. Yes, she made a pact with the devil to live among us, and that devil forced her to try and kill your uncle. Devils do not compel anyone, Jory. I know, but she was strict. Last night, your uncle tried to force her to marry him. She felt cornered and I did nothing. I walked away when she needed me the most. I let them kill her. I should have rescued her, Commander. I failed her, and now I have failed you. I only submit to your custody because you treated me with such compassion. Only that Ariel showed me the same affection. But please, help my companions. Please persuade your uncle to spare them. I fear they might be next. I was indeed fickle. I know that every time my brother and I return, his blood boils. But I cannot have anyone making attempts on his life. Deserved or otherwise, he's still family. Therefore, I will be moving you and your companions out of you, but he will exploit you no longer. Commander! Jolie, I don't wish to see your hands stained with blood. Not to mention the death of my uncle will only cause chaos. And the power vacuum would be disastrous. If you were to take that path, you'd be making the same mistake as Ariel. The devils profit off of our despair, but I will help you regain your hope. Yes, sir! I will work them right away! Oh yes, for my beacon of hope, why did you allow this injustice? Yet another soul has fallen into hell. What is your plan? Why have you chosen me and not my brother? What world are you hoping to form? I place my faith in you always, but why must it be so hard? Wow. This was a journey, I gotta say. That was a lot to sit through. Man, I'm speechless. I read a lot of words. Honestly, I'm gonna quit here. That was a lot to get through, honestly. But if you know the Little Mermaid story, you already know what the other ending is like. You know, who knows that Ariel actually marries Jory. At the end of the day, it's kind of like what people should know was that the original Little Mermaid ended, not the Disney version, but like the original Hans Christian Andersen story had a pretty sad ending, you know. The original Little Mermaid, she died at the end. The 1975 anime actually, the 70s anime actually had that ending. It wasn't until Disney where they gave it a happy ending. And this one's bittersweet. Ariel's gone, but she's reborn as a devil, which is kind of like High School DxD in a way. And it was a lot to get through. I would read the other ending, but my voice is just about broken from reading all of that. It was about 28,000 words, mind you. Maybe technically about 20 or so, if I'm not mistaken, if I haven't read the other ending. But so be it. I hope you all enjoyed that. I do think it was an interesting read. Wait, should I? Should we go ahead and just do the other ending? Because I think Ignis wants it. Ignis wants the other ending, so I don't know. Yeah, Ignis definitely wants the other ending, so we might as well, right? We might as well. See, I have it saved at the part where... So, refuse to help. Let's do it. No way! I want no part of this scheme! His eyes widened and he backed away. Really, Ariel? You rather marry the Reverend? Are you hoping to control him? To use your power to help your friends? A noble attempt, but he has no reason to listen. I'm not killing anyone! Even if the Reverend is a monster, murder is not the way to go about saving everyone! His eyes narrowed and his face tensed. It appears I was mistaken. We had a deal, did we not? And I plan on keeping my promise. I just don't want to kill anyone. Unfortunately, Ariel, you don't have a choice. The terms of our agreement were finalized the moment our blood pact was sealed. If the rules aren't followed, I'm afraid there will be consequences. I gritted my teeth. It was much too late for regrets. I should have known better than to put my faith in a stranger. But my mistake didn't mean I couldn't fight back. How would people react if you punished me, Orpheus? All I would need to say is that Incubus came for me. Perhaps, but with my shape-shifting I could look like anyone, including Jory. Word would get out if you were caught, Orpheus. I wonder, is Mother fond of failure? Is that a challenge? I don't want it to be, but I'm not killing the Reverend! I'll continue helping the children just like you asked. I'll even keep quiet if you murder him yourself. But if you endanger me, or anyone else, I'll tell the Reverend anything. I may die, but I'll take you and your plans with me. Is that so? I nodded fiercely.
Oriel, please listen to me. Mother doesn't give these orders out of spite alone. She has very good reasons to want this man slain. I can understand why you're hesitating. You're upset, you feel cornered, and you don't want to hurt anyone. But remember what's at stake. It's not just about you, but Jory and...
I don't need to murder someone to help the children!
You don't, but it could be unfortunate for them if you don't act swiftly. Oriel, I wouldn't be channeling grace if I was aiding some nefarious scheme. I'm not ordering you. I'm asking you to comply with your oath. Trust me, you don't want to go against Mother's plan.
Because she'll smite me?
Because horrible things will happen to everyone.
So you're holding my friends hostage then?
If that's what it takes.
You evil! Damn you!
What did you expect, girl? You can't break a pact once it's signed. If I can put you on a pedestal, I could most certainly tear you down.
Despite his coldness, I could have seen any sign of malice aside from his stern gaze. His fists weren't clenched, his veins didn't bulge, and his face was hardly tense. Part of me wondered if he was even angry. He appeared sad more than anything. But I imagine all devils were good at hiding emotions. I I encourage you to rethink your little rebellion, because there are fates worse than death. And we fiends specialize in inflicting them. I don't want to have to go that far. So I'll give you some respite to regain your common sense. But if you cross me, girl, I promise you, everyone will pay. You're horrible! You're a horrible man! Devil, Ariel. You can only blame yourself for thinking I was anything different. You claim to care for the children, but now you're using them as hostages? Don't worry about the children. Mothers succubi make excellent mothers. And children are so impressionable, don't you agree? Morning draws near. We'll speak later. Until next time. No! Melody! I woke, standing, covered in sweat and breathing heavily. Joy had his hands on my shoulders. I felt so secure within his grasp. Heck, this was the most safe I have ever felt in my entire life. Are you alright? No, I'm not alright, Jory! I buried my face in his chest, dousing his shirt with tears. He grimaced but took hold of me all the same. I made a big mistake, Jory. I've been lying to you this entire time. Lying? About what, Melody? That's not even my real name. We didn't meet on the beach. We met in the ocean. You saved me from a shark. I rescued you from sinking. Ariel? Yes, Jory. I was that Meropean. At that point, I spilled everything to him. About what had happened with Desiree, the deal with Orpheus, the Reverend's proposal, and the assassination plot. My secrecy fell along with my tears. I knew that telling him all this information wouldn't end well, but I couldn't help myself. He deserved to know that his life and the lives of the children were in danger. Parents gathered around us, their face shifting from concern to appalled as I brought up Orpheus' name and talked about his true nature. Children that came out were immediately hustled back into their homes. Everyone's scorn felt like a heavy burden upon me. But Joy remained unfazed by my words. He just held me, listening. So this Orpheus guy, this devil, he came to you when you were at your worst? Yes. My father would have had me killed if he found me after I have harmed my sister. Considering that Meropeans aren't like us, were you even aware of what devils were or how they operated? I only knew of sea witches, but they don't act much different. I have no excuse. And your family didn't help much, did they? They didn't help at all. Joy broke the embrace, and I looked up to see his smile. His warm expression lifted my spirits. Thank you for telling me everything, Ariel. It's good to see you again. Why are you smiling? You should be angry with me. I put us all in danger. Nonsense. It would have been much easier for you to heed the fiend's demand. You have good reason to want to stop the Reverend. He's a terrifying man. Us humans are much different. Many people would have obeyed in your shoe, and I wouldn't have blamed them. You're strong, Ariel. No matter how many times I wiped my eyes, the tears kept coming. But now they were happy tears. I didn't deserve any praise. I should have been burned for my sins instead. I stood by my first impression. Jory was the nicest person I have ever met. Now then, everyone, who wants to help me come up with a plan? No one volunteered. They only scowled. You're too soft, Jory. Have you any idea what will happen to us if the Reverends find out she worked with a devil? They'll have us all burned. You have to think of the children. The kids will get roped into this mess just for knowing this witch. You have to turn her into the guard. It's the only way. I'm disappointed. I thought we were better than this. You still have our respect, but we're not helping her. We can't. We have our families to think about. Very well. I understand. Joy, you're still wounded. What are you planning to do? I have no idea, but I'll figure it out. No, you're hurt. I can't handle my problems on my own. Ariel, I sooner give my life than watch a friend walk into hell. You're not stopping me, no matter how much you might scream at me. I bit my lip, giggling. Hey, last night was different. Could have fooled me. You scared me. I genuinely feared for my life. Oh, really? This feeble woman was all it took for a giant like you to feel afraid? I fought many people, but it's always the smaller ones you need to watch out for. Psh, whatever. But Jory, what are we going to do? I'm surprised Orpheus hasn't punished me yet, and he will for certain if I don't agree to his plan. And I won't allow it, as my Lord Sentinel and your friend. Do you know what this punishment will be? Everyone will suffer, that's all I know. And I'm not in the best position myself. However, I only need to get close to him once. Jory, I don't want you! I have to, and I will, for you and my Lord's sake. We must get you as far away from here as possible. But he knows where I am. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about... Oh no. What's wrong? Yes, Joy, what troubles you? Oh, is this fine? I gasped and my blood froze. How long had the Reverend been there? How much had he heard? His guards had us outnumbered, and I couldn't walk. Joy towered over them, but he was injured, and even if he had been at his best, there was no way he could fight that many people all by himself. So you thought I'd leave a European unsupervised, huh? My lord, please. Shut it, brute! I wasn't talking to you! No, I was conversing with that heretic on your arm. Heretic? Yes, fish brain is what we call the morons who dabble with devils. I had a feeling you and that incubus were allied, but I cannot believe he actually tricked the European into becoming human. Your foolishness is legendary. Now, my women, I want her apprehended. I want this witch burnt before she conjures any more allies. Do you have stones in your ears? I said to arrest her! I will not. We can all hear the breeze brush past us. Even the stoic guards stood with their mouths open. The Reverend was stunned for a moment. He shook his rod angrily with both hands. Joy didn't react. All he did was set me down, shield me. Excuse me! I said I will not obey. She's innocent. By Yeshua, are you blind? You're just plain stupid. Europeans do not know about doubles or their schemes. She's blameless. She didn't know any better. I don't give a damn if she's blameless. Her patron made an attempt on my life. How daft can you be? She had nothing to do with that incubus attacking her. So you choose to shove with a wrench over your lord. Do you dare turn your back on Yeshua? All for some bottom feeder that crawled out of the ocean. What's so funny? Can you really blame me? You wanted to marry that bottom feeder after all. Admit it, she's easy on the eyes. Both of our mouths fell open. I blushed, and steam was practically blowing out of the Reverend's ears. Jory, I didn't know how you could both flatter and infuriate me at the same time. Restrain these heretics all at once. Hell, arrest everyone here! They all may as well be accomplices. Round everyone up, including the children. If this art fiend is who I think she is, they're the most suspicious. But why? They have nothing to do with the situation! Like I trust the words of an apostate. My lord, we all heard the sounds of Joy's fists clenching. It sounded like he was crunching stones when his knuckles popped. Sounds of doors being locked also hit my ears. Good, now they wouldn't get caught in the crossfire. I just hope they get a chance to run later on. What are you idiots doing? Apprehend them or you will all burn with them! The guards readied their lances, but the ground quaked as Joy's fist struck it. The man cried and fell, while cracks tore through the ground. I shivered more than the ground. That fist was the same one that killed the shark in a single blow! I doubt anyone here will dare report what happens. If you wish to flee, I'll let you. As if I'd rather die in battle! One of the guards leapt up and thrust his spear. Jory! The spear did break Jory's skin, but barely. His arm may as well have been armored. Jory wasn't phased, and I wasn't sure if he had even felt anything. Don't throw your lives away. I bested a shark with one punch. You were all but incest to me. Please don't fight. You have families that care for you and you want to take care of them. Why else would anyone serve a tyrant? He won't murder your death, but your wives and children will. You should protect what's dearest to you. I wish I had learned that lesson sooner. With those words, the men gave each other questioning glances before finally dispersing. All that remained were Jory, me, and the seething Reverend. Fancy yourself a hero, don't you? Reverend readied his staff. I'll see you. The giant plucked the rod from his hands and plugged it into mine. It'll help you walk. Thank you? Have you any idea what have you done? That's a relic from heaven, and you dare use your grace. Jory gave the Reverend a pointed look. What? You have Yeshua's blood. You don't need a staff to perform miracles. If you perform one, whether it be to harm me or to protect yourself, I'll submit myself into your custody. Now the Reverend knew true fear. He trembled, his teeth clenched, and his body soaked. He looked so pitiful without his rod. More importantly, had Joy known all along that the Reverend relied on that artifact? Why are you shaking? I won't strike. I promise. Even a simpleton like me can use grace. Your nephew's abilities dwarf mine, so I'm certain his uncle could do better. Don't you dare mention my nephew! The Reverend cupped his hands and rubbed them feverishly. If he couldn't channel grace, then what would happen? Ah! That mana is the same as Hikate's! Red mana comes from negative emotions, right? I see, so you can't wield grace. That's unfortunate. The Reverend cowered as joy's form overshadowed his own. The man who had exalted himself was suddenly humbled, and the man who had always been humbled was now exalted. The Reverend cried out when Joy grabbed him by the scruff of his neck. This ending's nice so far. He dangled in the air like a child in the grasp of his angry father, but just like with Orpheus, I heard no fury in Joy's voice. Everyone here is a witness. I suppose they're in danger now that they know your secret. Now hold on! We can work something out! What do you want, Joy? For her to be spared? For everyone's charges to be dropped? You got it! It's shameful to beg. I need to learn my lesson, right? Clearly if I'm channeling malice, I've been corrupted! I need to seek atonement! You didn't need to channel malice to learn that lesson, my lord. What do you want me to do?
Better.
Joy around the Reverend.
I want you to do better.
Better at what? Come, Mellow. I mean Ariel. I think a walk on the beach will do you some good. We're still practicing after all. Good idea. Wait! Now if you hold the staff like this, you can... I don't understand what you want. Is it my staff? That'll be enough, right? I followed his advice and... Wow, I didn't fall! I stood without losing my balance! Oh my gosh, Jory, this is perfect! It'll help until you walk without it. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. Hello? I'm still here! Can I leave? Let's hurry, there's this noise that's giving me a headache. Me too. Hey! With the help of his staff, Jory and I walked to the shore, the place where all this madness had begun. I stared out at the crashing waves. I felt like I had come a long way, even though only a few days had passed. I looked over my shoulder as we continued. No sign or hint of Orpheus. I watched diligently for him, but despite my worries, he never appeared. I wish we could relax and cherish our victory over the Reverend. Okay, you don't need this anymore. Yoink! Ah! Why'd you take that? I need the rod to walk! You'll never learn how to walk if you keep relying on it. Besides, he's gonna want the staff back. So what? He did offer us anything he wanted. That means we can keep the staff. Maybe, but we should treat him with compassion. Hatred only brings more hatred. Speaking of which, has Orpheus bothered you again? No, and that's what's concerning me. Perhaps my solution will appease him. The Reverend won't be making any bold moves anytime soon. I fear for the Reverend. Without me in his one, he's defenseless. That incubus might kill him before he can redeem himself. Hey, Kate herself is after him. I doubt she'll give him much time. Yes, though that archfiend is more merciful than most. Let's hope for the best. Again, I glanced around. Orpheus' absence left me trembling. After the spiel he had given me last night, I knew he was wicked. Joy called Kate merciful, but how could she tolerate someone as despicable as the Reverend? Weren't archfiends sadistic? Nothing bad had happened yet, though. Why? Were my actions her will somehow? Please let everything be okay.
Hey, Oriel. Do you think you can swim without your tail?
Well, of course I can. I've been doing it all my life. It can't be worse than walking.
In that case...
Hey, what are you doing? Wait, Dory? Dory? No, not in this dress!
Ah, so cold! And in this dress, too! What was this icky sensation? My clothes clung to me like glue! They felt horrible! And my hair was a mess! Wait, my hair's always been a mess.
Dory!
That's the Oriel I know!
You bastard! This water's freezing!
Wait, aren't you used to the cold? I've heard the ocean gets colder the deeper you go.
I told you we were about to migrate, you ass!
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wow. It wasn't entirely wrong. We handled cold water better than terror filts. Amidst my shivering, I smirked. Seeing that dumbfounded look in his eye took away all my anger, and I had to get back at him.
Come here, Jory.
You're not going to drown me, are you?
As long as you take off your armor.
Right. I don't want to sink again. All right, Oriel, I'm coming.
I burst into laughter as he clutched his arms. His shivering formed ripples around him.
Too cold for you.
No. Salt water in my wound. Ow.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, I forgot.
I can take it. But we'll get sick if we stay out here too long.
Then let's make the most of it.
We ventured out further, enjoying the bobbing of the waves. The cold wasn't so bad when you had someone to hold on to. I, of course, needed Jory's help. Oh, I couldn't stop sinking! And my legs hurt the more I kicked. Still no sign of Orpheus. Maybe we were in the clear? If he really wanted to do something, he would have retaliated by now.
Oriel, how do you like our world? Well, compared to the sea. I hear it's peaceful down there.
Hardly. I doubt you terraflets get attacked by sharks very often.
Nope, just other humans.
If I were to describe it with one word, I'd call it lonely.
Huh. Even with all the fish swimming around?
Like they make a difference. They just...
As we continued talking, the water got even colder. I didn't know if it was my nerves or what. I thought back to my fight with Orpheus and his warning. Why did he get upset? Everything was turning out perfectly now. The Reverend was seeking redemption, Jory and everyone were free, and I could finally enjoy my time with Jory. So why couldn't I stop fretting?
What did you expect, girl? You can't break a pact once it's signed. If I can put you on a pedestal, I can most certainly tear you down.
Wait, if that was the case...
Jory, we need to hurry back to land.
What's the matter?
When I met Orpheus, he was a merman. And if devils are sadistic...
Oh! He don't kill them. Shit. Blood pouring from his mouth, all that shit. Below him rested Orpheus, his body half submerged. He had taken that form just to mess with me.
You have served Yeshua well, but I'm afraid you're not long for this world. The Reverend's forces are innumerable. Rest in peace.
Oh, Lord. I could only watch the gentle giant I loved collapse. His warm blood stained the water surrounding us. I was too afraid to touch him. I could only pray that his body would move again. Jory, please wake up! We were doing so well! Come on, you have to! Yes, of this world, your cries are meaningless. My tear-filled eyes narrowed. My horrified expression quickly shifted into one of rage, but Orpheus remained his same stoic self. Why would you kill him? To get back at me? He may have changed the Reverend! That monster could finally be redeemed, and you go and kill the man that made it possible! You're naive, Ariel. From his hand emerged two parchment from thin air. They had our names scrawled in black. Wanted, dead or alive. Crime, treason against Yeshua and the Holy Lands. War, any wish that the Reverend can fulfill. Threat level, they conspire with the Archfiend Hekate. Come prepared. The moment you left him, the Reverend immediately called for your heads. Everyone in those slums has been captured. They will most certainly be questioned, tortured, and killed, and the search will not end until you are brought to justice. In the end, I didn't need to do anything to you. You sealed your own fate. My only regret was that Jory was caught in the middle. He didn't deserve to have this world destroyed. You monster! Why do you care? You killed him! I tried to warn you. Mother knows what's best. Had you only done as she asked, none of this would have happened. You should know that the Reverend wasn't the type to give up that easily. He's a coward, but he has an army at his side. Even if I kept him down myself, the judgment chap's been done. You wouldn't erase any of your bounties nor prove anyone's innocence. No, that can't be! I wish you had listened to me, Ariel. I tried so hard to warn you, but I am not so heartless as to leave you like this. With a snap of his fingers, the red mana burst from my body. Suddenly, my body felt lighter. I felt no pain, but my legs wouldn't. My tail! Where did... No! Swim away. Your role here is done. No way! Orpheus, please! What about the children? They need me! I shall handle everything. It'll be a lot more bloody than I prefer. These things happen. You are their main target. As long as you aren't found, I can get the people to safety. No, please! I don't want to go back! I'd rather... You should have thought about that before you broke our deal. In the end, where did your rebellion get you? Alone. This is where we part. Farewell, Ariel. Orpheus! After a bright flash, the incubus vanished. All that remained was myself and Joy's dead body. No! Why did it have to end like this? I got to Joy's head in my arms. His expression was frozen in place. He didn't look like he was in pain, just afraid. To think just moments ago, we had both been so happy. I had finally gotten the life I had always wanted. There was nowhere for me to go now. I didn't belong on land or in the sea. Even the gods must have despised me. I was a fool. I really was cursed, making a pact with the devil, daring to think I belonged anywhere, and now causing the death of the man I loved. I was foolish to think I deserved any better fate. It was all so hopeless. Oh my god. Well, you guys asked for it. You guys asked for that ending. Y'all wanted me to do that ending, and well, this is what y'all got. This is all that you got. Oh man, I did not want that to be the ending. Wow. That is pain. That is pain. That is sad. Ain't no way. So yeah, this is not the Disney version, guys. This is not the Disney Little Mermaid that you know. This is like like an edgier version of like the original Hans Christian Andersen version of the story. It's like everything you knew about the Little Mermaid was all a lie. Disney lies. Can you even be surprised? It's Disney. Man. Good Lord. I'm sad. I'm really sad. I gotta give props though to Totally Awesome on itch.io for this visual novel. You can find it on Google. You could just type in Tears of a Mermaid visual novel if you ever want to play it yourself. But yeah, that's the two options that you got here. Either you die or you die alone. That is just wow. There is no mercy in this story. What an ending. Two endings, in fact. They're both interesting. Oh wow. Can't believe it. I hope this stream wasn't too upsetting for you all. It's sad that it ended this way. That being said, that's it. Oh man. I'm really sorry that it's ending on a bad note. No, not Entity. I'm just looking at some stuff right now. I didn't know it was gonna end like that, guys, honestly. I was hoping for like a happier ending or something. I know you guys were too, unfortunately. That is not to say the story is bad or anything. But okay, that's about it. I think that's pretty much it for the game. But I do want to talk a few more minutes, honestly. I did say that, okay. Oh no, my mom's here. If you hear anything in the background, that's my family. And unfortunately, it's out of my hands. It's unfortunately out of my hands right now. But before I go, I do want to mention something that happened. So I was watching Deme recently. These two videos. I was actually watching her stream earlier this morning, and somebody commented on Deme's videos. I'm not sure if you know who she is, but I do watch her. And she had a really based take on that comment. The comment was talking about how Deme is a drama goblin for even paying attention to the Cinder drama. And she said, and I quote, not exactly word for word, but she said something along the lines of, "How am I a drama goblin? This is a VTuber who had such an amazing amount of success that the fact that her career went down this way was so chaotic and insane to her. And like, if they didn't even want to bother with this drama, why even watch the video?" And that right there is so based. Deme, you have my respect for standing your ground on that one. As you can tell, I had to deal with it too, with that internet troll off of Twitter, and pretty much everyone's had my back since that tweet got almost 20k likes, and you know, Deme apparently went down something too, with a similar comment, and I wish I had the clip to show y'all, but it was in today's stream, and I just had to get that out there, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to Demi. She's a real one. With that said, the sun's setting for the day, guys. Thanks for coming to the stream, and we're going to find somebody to raid. Let's see. There's a lot of people to raid today. Okay, let's go for Alien Mixture. We're going to raid Alien Mixture right now. And remember to type in the chat, praise the sun on the chat. Alright, with that said, this is your sunshine, Yui Tachibana, sun setting for the day. Thanks for coming in and watching this story with me. I love you, sunshines. Goodbye.